go to a teacher, it's only going to get worse.
Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. Your leader in sports in the Inland Empire. Move the riverside. Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Cora.
Jeff, I cannot think of a bigger Monday for sports that we've had around here on Fox Sports IE. This is a huge Monday coming off the weekend.
Huge.
It's so much stuff going on this week.
Very, very huge.
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 It's one of those days, I like to say when it rains, it pours, and the rain is coming.
Oh, it's
We're gonna
coming.
see tomorrow. The great storm of 2018 is coming tomorrow. The storm is coming, but when it rains, it pours. Sometimes there's days, it's like, man, there's really nothing going on. And then some days there's so much, you're like, what do we even start with? Today's one of those days, which is a great thing. Where do we even start? And real quick, let's just salute the Stars and Stripes because the Olympics are over. Kind of a mediocre Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang for the Americans. They finished 4th in the medal count.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but kind of underwhelming.
Yes.
5th. Better than 5th, right? I guess.
But you know, they had a good Olympics. I'm not a big Winter Olympics guy. I enjoyed watching it. I was watching some Olympics when we were on the plane the other day.
You did.
If it was a Summer Olympics, I would be upset, but it's Winter Olympics.
It's a winter.
We dominate summer.
Yeah, we don't have as much
Don't get me
snow.
wrong.
Come on, we got no one's training at Mountain High up here. For gosh sakes, they're all training in Steamboat. And Steamboat's a very, very small place. So I want to say
Although
this.
you ran into someone from Steamboat.
I did. I ran into someone. I was like, wow. And they knew the people I knew. Pretty crazy.
So Jeff and I just got back from UC Davis, and we'll talk all about that UC Riverside basketball game as well. But when we were in Davis, what were we doing Saturday morning to get our heads right for the UCR basketball game? What were we watching on TV?
Winter Olympics.
Remember the U.S. men curling?
Oh, those
they
guys.
won gold.
They did win
against
gold.
Sweden.
Did you know that they didn't get a first-class ticket to fly back?
I heard.
Yeah, was
They're
it
the champs?
the champs?
First class all the way for the champs.
They asked, "Hey, can we upgrade?" And they said, "Nope." And they were wearing their gold medals. They had to sit in the back.
That's weak.
Yeah, that's like you and I on Southwest.
Man. In the back, in the middle seat between people.
We were in the back row. We were sitting against the bathroom. That's where we were sitting.
Actually, that wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
The lady sitting next to me was kind of nutty.
She liked you.
She was watching something on her little iPad or whatever, and she kept laughing out loud. Like she had her earbuds in and she was listening to
She was
it.
watching a Susan Sarandon, Sally Field movie. You know, it's something I figured it's probably like a romantic comedy of some sort. But I was like, whoa, this is horrible. I just kept looking over and seeing Susan Sarandon's bulging eyeballs. She has big bulging eyes.
Yeah, she
She looks
does.
like a bullfrog.
Like a bullfrog.
She looks like a bullfrog.
Well, the lady next to me, whatever movie it was, she was really enjoying it because she kept laughing out loud.
Yeah, she did. Hey, I got a little scared, though. I was a little scared on that flight.
I didn't know Jeff got, kind of scared on planes. It was a little bumpy, not a lot. It was a little turbulent on the takeoff.
Yeah.
Once we got high enough to our cruising altitude of whatever, 35,000 feet, we were okay. But en route, as we were climbing, it was a little bumpy.
Can I just tell you?
Jeff was sweating.
I've never was ever used to be fearful of flying. Ever. Until I saw Lost.
Oh, Lost, yeah.
I've watched every episode of Lost. If you watch the first episode of Lost and they show that plane break apart and the guy was sitting in the back row. Oh, it's my favorite, one of my favorite shows of all time. And the first episode, the back of the plane pops off and the guy flies out the back. Exactly.
That would have been you. You were that guy.
But honest to goodness, since becoming a dad, and maybe just being, we're basically riding on a missile is what we're doing. We're taking a ride on a missile, and you figure 2 feet below us, there's air.
Jeff looked at me at one point. He says, "Are we going down?" And I said, "Yeah, we are. If you mean we're landing, yes. We're not crashing. We're not going down, but we are landing." Oh.
Yeah, I got really kind of scared, though. I was like, I really wanted to grab Pep's knee. I was like, hey, because there's nothing to hold on to. Oh, yeah, I'm not a big fan of flying anymore.
But we made it back. We watched curling. We watched the men win gold at the Winter Olympics in curling. The other big story, Jeff, that broke when we were at UC Davis, and it was headlines up in the newspaper in Sacramento, was Sean Miller at the University of Arizona wiretapped by the FBI, offering $100,000 to one of his big-name recruits. And it looks like this is just the beginning of a huge incident that might change the landscape of college basketball as we know it right now.
Oh, I think overall it's going to change. It's going to open up a lot of debates for sure. but I think it's going to definitely change Division I basketball. And I don't know if it's going to change for the good or for the bad. It's one of those things I think we'll talk about later on in the show.
We will.
Oh, just depressing when a guy, I didn't do this. I'm a great guy, and everybody supported this dude, and then they catch him on a wiretap, which means you're guilty, buddy. FBI is not going to go out there and just make up stuff. That's freaking Federal Bureau of Investigations, for gosh sakes.
And this thing has lots of arms and branches because there's coaches in the Big West Conference whose names are in this probe. When we were in Sacramento, one of their favorite sons, Malik Pope, who's the star player at San Diego State, he's originally from Sacramento. He was the headline in the paper. Malik Pope, I think he was suspended, right? Indefinitely.
He's done. He's not going to play.
He was part of this probe.
Yeah, I'm scared to call Coach Dutcher. I'm scared to call some of the coaches over there just because I got to know Malik. I've worked basketball camps. He's been my counselor. A great guy, but from what it looks like, he took money. And if you're taking money right now in this landscape, you're guilty and you shouldn't play.
Yeah.
And it's just the way it is.
Coaches, players, programs, it's all going to come tumbling down.
Yeah, I mean, college basketball took a big hit. The head coach at University of San Diego ends up getting arrested in the airport in front of his team.
Yeah.
There's just so many things that happened this weekend.
In San Francisco, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We almost crossed paths.
Yes, we
were
did.
up there.
Yes. But yeah, he ends up apparently is accused of beating his mistress.
Not even his wife?
No, his wife, and he has 2 kids, and he's working at a private Catholic school.
What is going on in college basketball right now?
It is the wild west. And I tell you what, before we can get into the modern-day future, we've got to get out of this Wild West mentality of cheating.
And you've got a theory about all this crazy scandal in the NCAA tournament that we'll talk about later.
Yes.
You think I'm not going to get to it. I'll save it because it's pretty juicy. You got to put a bib on. It's going to drip all over the place. CIF Southern Section Basketball, the finals are set. What a year for Riverside area basketball. So football really down this year, right? I think we can all say that. No Riverside school made it out of the first round of the playoffs. But for basketball, from football to basketball, in basketball, 4 Riverside schools will be playing for CIF Southern Section Championships this Friday and Saturday, Jeff. That's a pretty banner year for Riverside basketball.
Well, and you just think of it this way. There is a tree here, a coaching tree that I've been thinking about today. You have Riverside Poly, you have Notre Dame, and you have Hillcrest. Carnegie's a new program. Let's keep them out of this first conversation. Riverside Poly. You have Mike Vanta, who was a longtime coach at Notre Dame High School, took him to their first CIF championship game. Then he goes over to Poly. He was a longtime coach there. Yancey Dodson was his assistant coach. Okay, let's fast forward a number of years. One of Yancey's trips to Riverside Poly High School, you have the head coach at Hillcrest, Jackson Wood. Jackson Wood was an assistant coach to Yancey Dodson. Jackson Wood played his senior year at Riverside Poly High School. Jackson Wood's father was the basketball coach at Riverside Poly High School. So all of these guys, these 3 programs are intertwined. And it's really kind of cool to see and hear, that they're bringing this up. Hey, Coach Vanna, was the coach of both teams.
We're going to try to get him on the show, right?
We are going to get him on the show.
But sometime this week.
We're going to get him on. In fact, I told him we're going to get him on probably Thursday or Friday. Let's get close. And he can talk about coaching both programs. He's a proud guy. He said he's going to come on. So it's really cool to see all these storylines intertwined. I know for a fact they're all very good friends. I know Rob Robinson and Yancey are friends. I know Rob is friends. They're just very, very good friends, and it's nice to see Riverside really kind of blow it up in the CIF.
And a cool dynamic, too. So Hillcrest is kind of the new kid on the block, right? But they're enjoying a lot of success fast. And then Notre Dame and Riverside Poly, long lines of tradition. But Riverside Poly hadn't been to the final since '83 when Reggie Miller was playing for the Bears. And then Notre Dame, even longer, 1980 was the last time they were in a championship game. It's kind of crazy.
And I remember I remember going to watch Notre Dame in the finals of the CIF championship. I can't wait to talk to Coach Vanna. I remember the guys, Bobby Foy, Drakeslin, all these.
Yeah, you were naming the starters.
It was just cool, and I remember it like it was yesterday.
So we're going to have the Riverside Poly coach, Yancey Dodson, Hillcrest coach, Jackson Wood, and also, who am I missing? Rob Robinson at Notre Dame, plus Coach Vanta. All those guys on the show this week as we get you set for the championship games coming up on Friday and Saturday. We'll talk about the schedules because the CIF just released the locations, the times, all those sorts of things. So we'll talk about that later in the show as well. So A huge week for Riverside basketball. On top, and then Cal Baptist hosting the Pac West tournament inside that brand new arena. Like it's a huge week for local basketball.
I'm telling you, and it was a huge week for last week for Cal Baptist because they hosted the Open Division semifinals, which was a huge success.
Like 4,000 plus, I think they said, so close to capacity.
So it's really nice that, for one, that facility's being used. It's word of mouth is going to get around from the 4,000 people that showed up to these games, and maybe we can get Raincross back in a couple years. That's always
the arena.
That's my goal. Is, next year would be hard, maybe the year after next, because teams are already in their contracts for next year's tournaments. But I would love to
spearhead it, Jeff.
I would love
spearhead that.
I would love to see Raincross come back.
So CBU hosting the Pac West tournament beginning Thursday, ending on Saturday. CBU will have a first-round bye. We'll talk more about that, so they'll see their first action on Friday. All right, it's kind of putting it off, but UC Riverside lost a heartbreaker on Saturday night. Jeff and I had a front row seat. We're going to really dive deep, go second level on this later in the show, but they lost to UC Davis on a controversial game-winning basket by the Aggies with less than 1 second to play. Jeff, it was heartbreaking. I guess the good news is they're not out of the playoff race quite yet, but they could have really used that win against Davis on Saturday night.
Well, I think the win against Davis would have solidified a spot. Now they're still playing. Everybody's up for grabs. If CSUN wins the game, they're in. If Cal Poly San Luis Obispo beats UC Riverside, they're in. That's what it's going to come down to. This really one game.
It's the last week of the season. Hey, and Riverside's got a tough week. They got to play at home versus a team that's already beat them, and then they got to go to Long Beach. Long Beach has beat them as well in the Pyramid. A very, very difficult place to play. But you know what? At least they're in the conversation in this final week, and I still think they've got a really good chance. By percentage points, they are currently in 8th place in the Big West Conference, so they would get into the tournament right now because Northridge has played one more game and lost one more game than them.
So if they end up tied, UC Riverside goes in?
I wonder what the tiebreaker is. You know what we should do? We should tweet at the Big West men's basketball
and say
what is, in the event that UCR and Northridge finish with the same identical conference record, what is the tiebreaker? Or one of our producers in the corner. He's either doing homework or he's tweeting the Big West right now.
Or he's a smart guy. Maybe he's looking it up. Maybe there's something already on the Big West.
Maybe he's on eHarmony right now.
eHarmony?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Farmers only.
Farmers only.
Christian Mingle.
CBU Mingle. Maybe there is a site, all those CBU singles.
He's getting texts from ladies.
Oh, yeah, his phone's already blowing up. Just the hint that he might create a singles profile. His phone's already blowing up. Just the hint of it.
Ah, you're so good looking over there, Colin. So good looking.
And, Jeff, it was a rough weekend because both of my teams, remember we were hyping it up as we were sitting there in the Ontario airport.
For 8 hours.
After delay after delay.
Okay.
We were hyping up the SoCal versus NorCal battle as the Kings were playing the Lakers and Riverside was playing Davis, all within the span of about 20 miles on the same night at the same time. Both of my teams lost. The Highlanders and the Kings lost.
And the Lakers beat the Kings without Lonzo Ball.
That's why they beat him. If they would have played Lonzo, we would have won.
Yeah, did IT play in that game? He did?
Sure he did.
Who knows?
113-108 was the final score.
Oh. Hey, Lakers.
Bummer, man.
Lakers have 25 wins. That's pretty darn good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's much better than the Kings. That's for sure.
It's really good. Jeff had to drown my sorrows with a Haagen-Dazs bar. He bought me some ice cream because my Kings lost. The Highlanders lost at the last second. Like, I was all distraught. I just wanted to lock myself in the hotel room and not come out. And Jeff's like, let me buy you an ice cream. I know you're feeling really down.
Just say this. What do we do all weekend besides the basketball game?
We watched curling. We watched King Kong.
Yeah.
What was the other movie? We watched something else. We watched part of Spider-Man.
Cool guy.
Yeah.
And then we went to go buy our family some gifts. So we went to the local strip mall, and all we found were cigarettes and vacuums. And
That's what we said.
And we both decided our wives and kids wouldn't want cigarettes and vacuums.
No.
So we backed off.
We literally were like, let's go buy our kids and wife something. So we literally walked down there. There was a fertility clinic.
Right next door.
There was a sperm bank. That's what they call
right
it.
next to the hotel.
But I knocked on the door. I knocked on the door, but they weren't open. No, so we kept walking. And then there was like a pizza place. I almost got killed by a guy.
He almost backed you up. Yeah.
Backed into me. Literally almost backed into me. Then we go get a coffee. We're looking for gifts. There was, like I said, vacuum place. Could have bought vacuum bags and Marlboro Lights.
Yeah,
that's what we
that's
decided.
all we could have brought back. And, hey, Daddy, we missed you. What'd you bring me? I got some cigarettes, and I got the new steam vac if you guys want to do some cleaning around the house.
And then we tried in the airport to get gifts, too. We showed up, and we had to get on the plane the second we got there.
Yeah, it was a tight photo finish again.
All they had were electronics. They had to spend $700.
They had the Sacramento King stand.
Yeah.
But we had to blow right past that and get on the plane. It was unfortunate.
So, yeah, it was one of those weekends where you and I did nothing. We did nothing.
No. We ate a lot.
Yeah, we did.
We ate pretty well.
Had great breakfast. Pancakes. It was great.
Oh, my gosh.
I love it. I'm going on a diet, though. 2 more days.
2 more days. You're on a diet.
All salad diet.
All salad and water.
Yep. No more Fat Jeff.
Just like a little Peter Rabbit.
You're going to be like a brontosaurus.
I'm gonna be a herbivore.
A herbivore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No meat. No meat. I can eat meat. I just can't have carbs.
Meat and veggies. Yeah.
Meat and veggies.
Cut out the bread, the pasta.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. I'm seriously. I'm done. Oh wait. I got a text from our. Here it is. If the 2-game series is tied, the team with the best win-loss record in conference games against common opponents, beginning. Hold on.
Wait, that sounds complicated.
That sounds real hard for me. Hold on.
Let's digest it in the break. How about that?
All right, sounds good.
All right. We're proudly brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. I was supposed to go over there today. I got backtracked and I lost track of time, but I'm way overdue. Bill Navigado, I'm coming for you. Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. Get your car in there every 3,000 or 5,000 miles, depending on the model. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, delivering all of your sporting gear needs. All you have to do is go on Twitter. You can see all the local high school teams and college teams. Everybody goes to Ken's. They do team sales as well. And even if maybe you have a plumbing company, construction company, they can do all that personalized stuff too. They can hook it all the way up. KenSportingGoods.com. Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass. The strength and speed class. It's the best. You want to be faster and stronger? The first one's always free. I guarantee you'll see results and you'll love it. Go to boosttrainingsystems.com, the website. Make sure you follow them on Twitter and Instagram as well. And Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, trade, and finance. Make that car shopping experience easy. Listen, I know there's a lot of people out there looking for cars right now. Make that first stop. Catalano Motors off of Temescal Canyon Road in Corona. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee it. That's my first stop. I'm starting to think about a new car. Greg over here is a big baller. He brought a brand new truck. Now I'm feeling kind of left out. I might need a new car. I'm going straight to Catalano. After I go to Spoiled, because I got to make sure I get my oil change. You know, I'm a responsible car owner over here.
You have to be.
And then I'm going to Catalano Motors. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about this Big West tiebreaker. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Jeff thinks he has it.
I have it now. I figured it out. But we'll talk about it after the break.
All right, we're going to get to the bottom of that. We'll also talk about Shohei Ohtani. Showtime at spring training. Finally got his first at-bats of the spring for the Angels. It just happened. We'll tell you what he did at the plate. We'll be right back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cahelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
How you guys doing? Ray Bass here. We're here at Corona High with the Corona High football program with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's boost training tip, it's all about top end speed. We're talking about the ankling drill. Come check it out. This particular drill is great at teaching us to get our feet off the ground as quickly as possible. All right, so what we're gonna do is Gavin's gonna start with his feet underneath his hips. His toes are gonna be pointing forward. And the goal here is to get as many hits against the ground as possible. He's gonna do a fast high knee. He's gonna have his toes pointed up to get as many hits as he can in a short amount of time. Here we go. So we're gonna go about 5 yards here. Here we go, ready, set, go. Fast down, toes up, toes up, toes up, toes up, toes up. Now typically when we get over the opposite knee, I like to say fast down just so we don't get robotic with it, but there you have it right there, the ankling drill. Great for top end speed.
inside my mouth if you want to live.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Welcome back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Jeff, we knocked out an entire show at the Ontario Airport on Friday, but it's kind of nice to be back with Greg in the studio, I got to admit.
I missed my chair. I love my chair. We were literally, there was birds flying. There was a bird flying around.
I didn't appreciate that.
We did the whole show on our phone, and we even took interviews. That's pretty impressive. Seriously.
We had walk-around guy walking all fast with his salad. That's going to be Jeff in a couple days. He was walking around all sweating, eating a salad at the same time. We had people staring at us. Who's the weird guys at the end of the hallway screaming and yelling about sports?
And his legs were shaved, and he has hair perfectly combed, and he was carrying a bag, and then he was carrying a salad. It was just a strange mishmash of people. Then we had some people just kind of sitting by us looking at us like we were crazy.
Yeah.
And then we said,
we
said, hey, we got to take some shots. And a lady says,
oh, that's right.
Are you talking about gunshots? And she got all worried. And then I said bomb in an airport.
Yeah, Jeff, you can't do that.
I said Connor Cannon's hitting bombs, baby.
Connor Cannon, UCR baseball star, hitting bombs.
I broke a federal. I was a federal.
You almost got arrested.
I did. Yeah, I said bombs, and then the lady thought we were talking about shoot around.
The lady was from Denmark, and one of the coaches came over and told us, because remember, we were already delayed once. The show was supposed to be live from UC Davis. That didn't happen because we were delayed. And then the coach was telling us, he came over and said, hey, we're delayed again. Yeah. And he said, we're going to miss shoot around. He's like, I don't think we're going to get a shoot around. And I looked at Jeff and I'm like, they're not going to shoot. Like, they're going to go straight to the hotel. We're going to eat. They're not going to shoot. Yeah, so she turns around. She's like, shoot? Like bullets? You guys going to go shoot?
She also had dogs in the airport.
She had dogs.
Too.
She's from Denmark. And we're like, no, shoot around, like shooting baskets, like basketball players were the basketball team. You shoot if that's a basketball. She didn't know basketball. No. That's a term in basketball. When you shoot baskets, you shoot. A shoot around is when everyone gets together and you all shoot at the same time. You're all around each other. You shoot around.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand it.
No.
But it wasn't bullets, and she was very happy.
Did you notice that she was staring at you very creepily?
Yeah, she kept looking at me.
She was staring at you like you were either a boyfriend or a steak. There was something. It was so strange.
She was.
Yeah, she was looking at you.
I had my hair really nice. I had just given myself a haircut. Maybe that was it.
She had googly eyes, and she was eyeballing you. Those dogs were eyeballing you. No, I wasn't getting eyeballed. I
had my Sacramento Kings shirt on. Maybe that's why.
She was kind of, nice, but she was creepy.
She was kind of creepy. And then the other lady came up to me and was like, we beat you. I was like, what do you mean?
Oh.
She's like, no, we beat you. And I looked down. I'm like, oh, my Kings shirt. You're an Oklahoma City Thunder fan. Yeah, you beat us. Everybody beats us. What's the big deal?
Yeah, you love the Kings. I didn't know how much you loved it. We were driving through Sacramento. Sacramento, man. I'm even
less.
Awesome,
wasn't it?
I'm even less.
Wasn't it great?
Less excited about that.
You are?
Yes.
That's our capital.
That's our capital, man. It's where it all goes down.
You know that seriously, where we were staying, we were near this river, and there was
the mighty Sacramento, mighty and majestic.
There was tents all through this like muddy bog. It was a bog.
Yeah, it was.
And there was like tents, all like tent city, and there was homeless people walking around. It literally, I thought it was like The Walking Dead. We were walking by the cigarette store and the vacuum shop, and there was people that just looked lost. There was a guy riding a bike with the luggage, the luggage where you pull the thing out with wheels.
You have one of them.
I do, but he had it attached to his bike. And he
closed the gap on us. You noticed that? We walked all the way around the corner, and then boom, all of a sudden he was like right behind us.
Yeah, and he looked like leather. Looked like just like a beaten catcher's mitt. Yeah. He just looked bad.
But you saw old Arco Arena. We saw the new arena, but you saw old Arco Arena.
Arco's
that's
cool.
Where it's all about.
See, that's cool, but that's kind of in the middle of it's just like a meadow, and then boom, there's Arco Arena.
It's in a cow pasture.
And now what do they use it for? Storage.
Sad.
Big boxes.
Sad.
It's like the thing in Indiana Jones where they store all the things.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
All the old artifacts.
That's it. That's him. But yeah, no, I wasn't impressed with Sacramento.
Oh, man. Come on.
The bridges were dirty.
My homeland.
The bridges were dirty. The projects were bad.
Had good food up there.
We didn't see it. The only thing we saw, the food at the hotel was nice. The bar was as big as like a desk in a classroom. I was going to go up and order.
It was a really nice hotel, though.
It was very, very nice. I was going to order some beverages. But then there was like, I was hanging out with these two old people, and they took the 2 spots in a bar, and I think, they were from Humboldt by
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So I was like, I just want to get out of here. And then I went and we sat in a room, and we watched a lot of TV. Then we watched an Adam Sandler movie.
Blended. We watched part of Blended.
Yeah, it was like a romantic comedy or something. Yeah. So we did that. But then I didn't sleep either. It was a horrible, horrible night's sleep. The entire time. Have you ever, listeners out there, have you ever had those dreams where you think...
By the way, Greg, we're going to break at 3:40, so don't... If Jeff goes on a long story, don't worry.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know we got to talk about
you're
Ohtani.
Fine, you're fine.
Okay, when you're sleeping and then you wake up and you think you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and
I've
over.
done... On Friday nights during football season, I dream about football.
Okay.
So I get it, yes.
So I'm not kidding around when I say this. I snore really loud.
Really loud.
And I think I stopped breathing a lot. I do. I think I stopped breathing. But the entire time I was waking up like 500 times, the only thing that was in my head was, and welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports 1350 IE.
It was my voice?
Yes, and I was like, oh, and I thought we were doing segment after segment. I think it's from
the airport.
It's from the airport.
Yeah.
I was so jacked up that first night.
Yeah.
It was just horrible the whole time. And then when I woke up, I kept thinking, and welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports 1350 AM. That's all I heard in my head the whole night.
And you know what? Okay, so we had good food. We had a nice hotel. And Jeff and I were so excited. We're like, you know what? We're going to sleep in the next day. We're going to feel refreshed. We're going to be ready for this big game against UC Davis. And what happens? The fire alarm goes off in the morning.
It was right above your bed.
I know.
So loud.
I yelled out, Jeff, what is that?
And I just laid there. I did. I was like, I don't care.
Jeez.
Normally I have kids crawling all over me, a wife telling me, hey, you got to get up and get the kid today. Oh. And you know what? Was that Saturday morning?
It was Saturday morning.
Yes, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, man, I got to get up and get the kid. Nope, I didn't have to. But I still couldn't sleep. It was just horrible. My pillows were uncomfortable. The bed itself was probably comfortable, I guess, but I just I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep naked like I normally do because you were in the room with me.
We all appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I was like, man, but you did see my tattoo.
Oh, yeah, I did. He did show me his tattoo.
Yeah, but
That's a real story.
Yeah, it was just so weird. I like to sleep in my pajamas, which is naked, and I couldn't sleep naked because Pep was there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I tried my best for you.
Kept his clothes on.
An earthquake in Menifee happens.
I just walk out naked, man. I'm proud of my nudity.
The whole neighborhood.
The whole new, yeah. I'm proud of what I'm working with. I'll walk outside with the best of them. I'll stand out there like
Your
Thor.
hands on your hips.
I'll stand hands on my hips.
Like
I'm
a superhero.
naked. Anybody?
Like that scene from Knocked Up?
Yeah.
Outside?
Here it is. Seriously, if I'm standing there and I'm naked, I'm saying, anybody need help? Because I'll save people.
With some tennis shoes, right?
No.
Nope.
No.
Barefoot?
No, flip-flops. I don't wear shoes at home.
That's right.
I never wear shoes. I'm always in flip-flops. And yeah, I would walk out naked. I'm proud of myself. My belly I'm not proud of, but everything
That's why you
else,
go on a diet.
Everything else. Yeah. Beginning
Thursday.
Whoa, yeah, the first.
Thursday.
But what are we going to do when we go to the Big West? Okay, I can cheat. Big West. Big West Conference.
Wait,
no, yeah. Huh? Yeah.
Why not?
Because we're going to I can't let my fans down. The fans that are the buffet people. I have to eat with them.
Wait, so you're going to go to the Big West Conference to the tournament on a diet, but you're going to splurge. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay.
Making extra room.
No soda, water, and salad until then.
Because it sounds like UCR is going to go.
They're going to go.
Do you have a tiebreaker? We'll put off Shohei Ohtani one more segment if you want to get into this.
Okay, here we go.
This is the tiebreak. So UCR and Cal State Northridge both have 3 wins in Big West Conference play. UCR still has 2 games to play. CSUN has 1.
Yes, UCR has the tiebreaker.
So if they finish with the same exact record when it's all said and done,
they go.
UCR goes.
UCR goes. And right now it's looking pretty good. I know our boy Gazal is listening right now. He's the voice of
the Matadors.
The Matadors.
Los Matadores.
Here's the deal. The Matadors have 1 game left.
Okay.
UCR has 2 games left.
2.
If UCR loses both games, just say happenstance they lose both games.
Dos más.
Northridge loses theirs versus Fullerton.
Yes.
They will have the same identical record. Then we go from the top of common opponents. UC Riverside has beaten Hawaii.
Yes.
Northridge. At Northridge. And they've beaten Cal State Fullerton. Northridge would have to beat Cal State Fullerton on Thursday.
To have a chance.
Even
if they beat Fullerton, UCR still has 2 more games where they can pick up a win.
Yes. So if UCR wins one of the next 2, they automatically get in.
Or if Northridge loses to Fullerton, right? It's done.
It's done. If Northridge loses to Fullerton, it is over because UC Riverside has beaten Cal State Fullerton.
Look at the big brain on Jeff.
Boom!
You
From our producer here and Gazal, yes, it looks good for UC Riverside. It looks good for my stomach, and I can't wait. I'm telling you, it is awesome calling a game from the pond.
UCR's hosting Cal Poly on Thursday.
They're going to beat them.
I think they beat Cal Poly. Going on the road to Long Beach State, I'll say 50-50. It's a toss-up.
It is.
The way they played at Davis is a team that might win the conference still. The way they played at Davis, I'm thinking, you know what? UCR can win anywhere. So why not win at Long Beach State on Saturday? But I think they beat Cal Poly at home. Long Beach State, 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, let's think of this. They could have beat Long Beach State. Cullen and I called that game. Could have beat them, correct? They've lost by 1 or less. They've lost by 3 or less. Versus Cal State Fullerton the first game of the season, right? Boom. Then they lose to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Boom, at the buzzer. Then they lost at this one at the buzzer. They could very, very easily have 7 wins.
The first step towards making the big dance, the NCAA tournament, right? Get to the conference tournament, win 3, boom. And they could do it.
They really could.
I know you're probably like, dude, these guys are crazy. They could do it.
And I want them to win for selfish reasons because, for one,
you want to go to the buffet. We all know that.
3 wins, 3 days of buffet. Okay, if we go to the big dance,
you'll go off the deep end. All the hard work that you're going to put in on your diet, you're going to erase it all.
No, I'm not. I'm going to walk upstairs when we get to the pond. Up
and down the stairs, right?
Up and down the stairs. But if we get to go to the big dance, you and I get to go to the big dance. That's another reason. But the biggest reason.
Do we get paid a bunch of money?
Millions.
Really?
Millions.
They got to make it then.
Yeah.
This is the year.
But here's the biggest thing. We really like Justin Bell.
Yes. He's a really good guy.
Great guy.
He didn't eat my Kit Kat, but he's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, you offered him.
I offered. He said, you said no too. I'm like, who is it? Like, Jeff says no to my candy bar? Like, who is this guy?
You said, hey, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. And he said, no. He just denied you.
Crazy.
But I want him to win. I do. I want him to win. Personally,
I do too.
I love Justin Bell.
He's a great guy.
The rest of those guys I don't care about, but Justin Bell I really, really like.
He's such a great guy.
Yeah, he's the best.
All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Yes, we will get to Shohei Ohtani. He made his Angels debut at the plate. Plus, we can't avoid it. We got to talk about this college basketball scandal because it's going to have a ripple effect all over the place. It's got long arms and branches, and it's going to affect a lot of people.
Yes, and I'm telling you right now, we got a lot to say about this one.
And we had an expert comment on this, Lonzo Ball.
Oh.
Remember we heard of this? We were traveling to Davis. We're like, no, he didn't say that, right? Remember this?
Yes.
All right, we're going to hear from Lonzo Ball as well. We'll be right back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using, we do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car, whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
From the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
I just wanted to say that I'm a nerd. And I'm here tonight to stand up for the rights of other nerds.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
All right, stop what you're doing. Breaking news, Shohei Ohtani. Jeff, I know you're a big Halos fan. You love the Angels, right?
I love the Angels.
This guy could be a game changer. Saturday, he made his debut on the mound. He was described as electric, but erratic. So he had good stuff, just a little wild, which it's not such a bad thing for a pitcher, right? You want to keep those batters on their toes, a little scared up there at the plate.
Yeah, but I don't see. That's the only thing is I don't know if he's willing to throw inside. They don't throw inside in Japan. They don't breeze the tower. They don't buzz the tower.
Little chin music.
No, they don't throw any chin music. He's going to have to throw some chin music if he's going to be successful here in Major League Baseball because everybody throws a little chin music.
Well, he pitched 1 in the 3rd innings. They said he looked good. Little wild, lost a little control, a little command, but they said he looked good. He described again as electric, and that was Saturday on the mound.
Yes.
Topping out at 97 miles per hour.
97?
Throwing some heat, a gas can, straight cheddar cheese.
I want to see him throwing 115, man. I want some like superhero stuff.
Superhero stuff.
Yeah, darn right.
And then at the plate today, his first day as the designated hitter in the Halos lineup, walked his first 2 at-bats, and then an RBI single against the Padres. So he is 1 for 1 in his career officially, hitting 1,000.
He's batting 1,000. Did you know he's not going to play in the field this year?
He's going to DH and pitch, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, it's a way to get him at bats without having to play in the field.
Our boy Trent Rush said he is not going to play in the field this year.
That's why it's so important that Albert Pujols is in good health so he can play first base because Shohei Ohtani would be playing first base. But Shohei Ohtani is going to DH when he's not pitching, and Albert Pujols will play first base.
Well, I'll tell you what, all indicators are saying that Albert Pujols is in the best shape of his career.
Yeah.
They say he's lost 20 to 25 pounds.
On the Jeff Gorham diet.
On eating nothing but salads. Salads, my friend. I don't know what he's eating.
In a Ziploc bag.
But remember how ripped he used to be when he was with the Cards? He was giant. Now he doesn't look as big, but even if you can have him in the field on a daily basis and he's healthy and feels good, that's still going to give you still some pop in your lineup.
Yeah.
And he's not a bad first baseman.
So Shohei Ohtani, Halos debut at the plate. 2 walks, 1 for 1 with an RBI single against the Padres this afternoon. Jeff, there's a lot of layers to this college basketball story that we're jumping to, and we're going to touch on some of it now. We've got about 8-9 minutes here. But we heard the news on our way to UC Davis, and it's kind of ironic. We were going there for college basketball, and all this news about college basketball was breaking. The fact that Sean Miller, again, was caught on an FBI wiretap offering $100,000 to one of his star players who actually played Saturday night against Oregon, right? They kept him in the game. He played. And I guess they had their own little internal investigation and said, okay, we know enough about the situation that we feel confident that we're going to let you play. Because if they find out that he took the money and he played, you forfeit all the games, suspensions? I mean, it's all ugly.
Yeah, and here's the first layer of this. You looked at, there's a lot of guys on that list, on that Yahoo report.
Kyle Kuzma
hasn't said he took it or didn't take the money. He just said, hey, there's a lot of stuff going on. That's all he basically said.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of current college players that were obviously getting paid. Not like hundreds of thousands of dollars. A couple of them have, but some of them several $100s. Regardless of what you took or what you received, you still should be ineligible.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be, and I'll tell you why. I don't think the NCAA can rectify this quick enough before the big tournament. If they did it before the tournament, do you know how much money they would lose? They would lose billions of dollars.
So we're talking about the span of 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks.
NCAA tournament starts in 2 weeks. So you finish out, then you have your conference tournaments, and then boom, March Madness.
And then you have the playing game, and then you're going right at it. So virtually every day, in March, there's a game. And if you take away teams now,
who would be left? UCR would be in the Final Four.
There are a lot. I mean, LSU is affected. There are guys.
That came out today, right? Yeah. Louisiana State, yeah.
Duke is affected. You have Kentucky is affected. You have Louisville. A lot of schools.
San Diego State, right? We were talking about that with the Aztecs.
There is so many layers to this, and we're only talking about one agent here. We're not talking about the other countless hundreds, thousands of agents out there.
It must be rampant everywhere.
And I think they're going to let this go until after the tournament. And then they're going to have to make some major changes to college basketball.
Can you imagine if they said Duke, Kentucky, let's say Arizona, like you're not eligible for the NCAA tournament. Michigan State, Tom Izzo. Yeah, Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges was one of the top
I watched
guys.
him on the plane on the way back. Michigan State might be a team to win the whole thing.
So
you got to have him in the tournament.
It is the #1 sporting event in the world is The March Madness. More so than the Super Bowl, more so than
more money made, right?
Yeah, more money made.
It's huge.
It is a ridiculous amount of money that the NCAA makes, that everybody makes. Vegas, the actual venue, the city that they play in, makes $1 billion.
Unbelievable.
It's for one weekend for the Final Four, that generates over $1 billion of revenue for your city.
But can you imagine if they took out Michigan State and Duke and North Carolina and Kentucky and Arizona? You'd have a Final Four of, I don't know, Manhattan versus Oregon State.
Canisius.
Yeah, Canisius. Yeah. Old Dominion.
Yes, and think,
I don't,
and the amount of money that will be lost in Vegas alone with those teams. Could you imagine? I'm not a big bettor, but I do go to Vegas and I do read the lines. Setting the lines on these goofy games would be ridiculous. Vegas would lose so much money. They would lose a ton. There is no way in heck that the NCAA is going to do anything until after the season is over.
Although they should, right? I mean, these teams are probably ineligible with ineligible players. They probably should, but like you said, they'll wait. They'll probably come down and put out some punishment, but after the NCAA tournament,
because they're not going to lose that revenue.
Their money. Everyone can still make their money and then still dish out the punishment afterwards.
Yeah, and I think that there's going to be wholesale changes to the entire NCAA. We're not talking just basketball. I think we're going to see wholesale changes throughout the entire NCAA. We can get deeper into this and probably talk for hours about this. But when you have agents involved with student athletes, that becomes a problem. And what other sports are agents allowed to talk to student athletes? Baseball, college baseball players are allowed to talk to agents. College hockey players are allowed to talk to agents and come back to school if they choose not to enter the draft.
So you think fundamentally they just have to change?
They need to change from top to bottom. You can't. I don't think the answer is paying college athletes.
No.
That is the dumbest thing ever, and we hear it all the time. It would bankrupt.
You think that's dumb?
I think it's stupid as can be. I think it would bankrupt the entire collegiate athletics. Then you take away amateurism, it would bankrupt institutions. UC Riverside would go out of business with their programs. It would be a nightmare for the smaller mid-majors.
Well, speaking of dumb, Lonzo Ball talked about this. They asked him about the FBI probe and whether he took money. Here's a quick snippet of your boy Lonzo Ball.
Like to do tonight?
I just want to start off with a win. You know, it's our first game at the break, try to set the tone for the rest of the year. So a win would be nice.
How's Kyle been handling today, the fact that he was...
Hold on, they're asking about the other stuff. Let me fast forward this.
Blah, 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 blah.
Nonsense.
Programs and stuff. It's kind of an unfair system.
So is it kind of like when you see this becoming a criminal investigation and all that, does it kind of seem silly to you that I
mean, everybody knows everybody's getting paid. I mean, that's just how it is. Everybody's getting paid anyway. You might as well just make it legal. So that's how I feel.
Wait, did he say everybody's getting paid?
Yes, he did.
So he just indicted himself, UCLA, all his teammates, everybody he knows playing at different colleges.
Yes.
Everybody's getting paid. Why, dude? What did you do, Lonzo? Oh, my gosh. This whole family. They all share a brain? What is going on?
I will say this. If you're Steve Alford that morning and you read and you hear that soundbite.
Lonzo Ball said everybody gets paid.
He's probably just going, oh, my gosh. Why did I have to deal with the Ball family? And that's it. Let's talk more about this later.
They just put a huge target on UCLA. Like, oh, we got to investigate the Bruins.
Yes.
Lonzo Ball said they're all getting paid.
It's an embarrassment. The Ball family is an embarrassment. They were on some TV show you and I saw this weekend. I honestly, this entire NCAA situation is a joke. There are things that need to be fixed, and I do think we can talk about this a little more if you'd like.
No, we're going to have to. We'll be right back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Forgive me, El Guapo. I know that I, Jefe, do not have your superior intellect and education. But could it be that once again, you are angry at something else and are looking to take it out on me?
Inland Empire sports fans turn to the Inland Sports Show.
So you talk to the radio?
On Fox Sports IE 1350 for breaking.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
To the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Hey, welcome back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Welcome back to the flagship every single day from 3 to 6 p.m. right here on your local sports leader, the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. That's Jeff Gorham. This is Greg Holla. I'm Pep Fernandez. We're brought to you by Spoiled, Quick Quality Oil Change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training in Corona with Coach Ray Bass, and Catalana Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Well, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Jeff, I used to cover a lot of D-League basketball.
You did?
Gobs and gobs of D-League basketball. And the D-League, it used to be, and it first started, it was like a giant talent pool. It was like guys would go to the D-League, and let's say, I remember this guy named Trey Johnson, and the Cavaliers really liked Trey Johnson. They'd sign him to a 10-day contract. Boom. The D-League was one big talent pool, no affiliation. And they changed it because they're like, this is not working. They looked at baseball. They looked at some of these other things. And they said, you know what? We need direct affiliation. So it started. And I remember one of the teams I covered was a direct affiliate of the Golden State Warriors. So the Warriors would have a rookie or a guy on rehab. They'd send him down for a game or two. And the affiliation thing was working. But it was a lot of guys who, I remember Antonio Daniels?
I do.
Jeremy Lin. Like some of these guys were like on the cusp of the NBA or they were hurt and they'd send them back down. So the D-League has morphed from year to year. It's changed like its purpose. It sounds like right now the D-League might have a new purpose if this all kind of shakes down with the NCAA and paying players, right?
Here's my thought process with the one and done. We eliminate the one and done. For one, these guys that are going one and done, they're only there maybe for a semester. They go to school for a semester and then they're gone. They're finishing. They're playing the second half of their season without even going to school because they know they're headed to the NBA. So why not just eliminate that?
So if you sign with a college, you think you should be there? What, 2, 3, 4 years?
I think if you're going to invest money into a student, I even hate to call them student athletes because they're not going to be there that long. You're going to invest money in athletes to go to school. I think you're wasting money. You're paying them anyways because they're only there for a short time. And it's a tryout for them to go to the NBA. Get rid of those guys. If they have to go in the NBA at 19, you keep that rule. Then you take those guys that are great, great high school players and you develop the G League. Or the D League or whatever you want to call it. And you just say, we're going to pay you a little more to play in the D League. Then that's your 1 year. And you show yourself that you can play. You stay in that division. You might have guys averaging 35 a game, but that's okay. Then you take from that draft pool of those freshman guys or first-year pros, essentially, because you're paying them. You pay them that, you're not paying them a bunch, but you're paying them more than...
What if you did this, Jeff? What if you had, I don't know if it would be a special draft in addition to the normal NBA draft, but let's say you draft...
Like a supplemental draft.
Of high school kids. Let's say you're the Lakers. You draft whoever, and you send them to your D-League affiliate for an entire season. There's rules saying you can't come up to the NBA. You have to have 1 year of pro D-League experience. And then if the Lakers feel like you're ready, they bring you up. If not, they just keep you there. But if you're ready, you have that 1 year of experience under your belt. It'd be the same as going to college, right?
Correct.
Could you see that happening?
I could see it happen for this reason. Here's my other thought process on this. You eliminate that, you're going to get college players that are going to stay 3 to 4 years no matter what, right? They're going to stay there. They're going to stay in college. You might get a guy that is a sleeper, a guy that was not on anybody's draft boards that becomes a superstar. If they're a superstar at that university, you know that you have them. You won't have the agents because you're going to say, this guy became a star when he was at my school.
Yes.
You're going to be able to make sure nobody is talking to that individual. And you can at least you can't prevent it, but you can keep a better eye on these guys. College basketball becomes like the old days. You play 4 years of college basketball. My only problem is with college athletes, if you can't talk to an agent in basketball players can't talk to agents. Baseball players and hockey players can talk to agents and still retain their eligibility in the college ranks. If you're a baseball player and you get drafted, but you choose not to go, you can go back into college to finish out your career, but you still have an agent. How is that fair to them, but not fair to the NBA athlete or the basketball player?
Yeah.
Because basketball players are making so much money for the NCAA.
Yeah. In basketball, more so than any other sport, because even the NFL, you have to be, 21? There's an age, or it's like
years.
Basically 3 years of college football. The basketball, more so than any other sport, they've got to have something like this. In fact, it wasn't that long ago, I'd say the mid-2000s, where the high school kids were still being drafted directly to the NBA. And I would say, I would say 85% of the time it didn't work out. Like, you draft a high school kid,
yes,
you would never hear from them, or they'd play, like, they'd do their rookie contract, and they'd just dissolve into oblivion. You'd never see them or hear from them again.
And that could happen again, but it's not going to affect this tournament. You're not going to have Kentucky every single year in the top 5, and then
the one and dones are out,
and they have an entire team, a new team every year. Make it more of a level playing field, because in baseball, if you're not going to allow them to have an agent as a freshman, but you're allowing baseball and hockey players to do so in college, well, then you leave that alone. If that's fine, you fix it. But basketball and football generate so much money. Basketball more than football, and I'll tell you why. Basketball, because you see a face. You see a young man wearing Adidas or Nike or Reebok or whatever the heck they have. Under Armour. You're going to have a face to that young man. You're going to want to buy those shoes.
Yeah.
If you're a football player, could you tell me?
Football players, they don't have cleat contracts or shoe contracts.
No, because
not like
you don't
not like the NBA guys.
You don't see their face. They're protected by helmet and pads. If any of those NCAA football players are walking down the street, are you going to know their names? Are you going to know that's
even at the high school level?
Yeah.
Like, we cover high school football really hard on this show. We know a lot of the guys. But sometimes, unless they've got their jersey on with their number, I wouldn't know who it is.
No.
And it's not because, it's like, oh, we don't care about them. It's just they always have their helmet on.
Yes. And I do think you need to eliminate the one and done. Let them go play pro, but let them, like you said, I think the G League or the D League is a good landing spot for them.
I just hope the NBA moves on this, because I hate to say this, but LeVar Ball, remember his ball league? I know nobody wants to play in it.
No.
But it's it's not the same model because there's no direct affiliation with the NBA. The NBA can snatch up these great high school kids and be under their umbrella while they're developing. They don't have to go off and play for Lonzo Ball's dad or go to Europe. Or some guys went to China, right? Some guys go to China and develop. You have them right here. They're under your umbrella. They're under your watch. You're working with them. You're training them. You have them. So you can develop them, groom them.
And what if the NCAA decides to pay these student athletes? Who are they going to pay? They're going to have to pay football players and basketball players. How are you going to be able to divvy up?
What about my soccer guys?
They're going to have to pay them as well.
Pay them.
They're going to have to pay the tennis players. They're going to have to pay
my golf guys.
The golf guys. They're going to have to pay everybody across the board. And what will that do to the mid-major?
Where's this money coming from?
It's got to be generated. Okay,
it's a lot of money.
A lot of money. Who would benefit? What are the only schools that could do this?
The big football schools.
The Power 5 conferences
that have football.
UC Riverside, the Big West would all suffer big time because they couldn't pay equally. Then you just get rid of they're not Division I anymore. They're not. It's not a level playing field if you can't pay the athletes.
I think the D League should alter its model and be like, you know what, we are the breeding ground for the young athletes. Because a lot of these guys,
a true minor league system.
Yeah, some of these guys are veterans, still trying to, make it in the NBA. I remember Mateen Cleaves. I covered Mateen Cleaves in the D League.
That's right.
He had played in the NBA like 5 or 6 seasons. Couldn't sign with anyone. I think he played in Israel. Came back. Was trying to make it back to the NBA. It was kind of like for those veterans and also the guys who played 4 years of college.
Yeah.
They weren't good enough to be like a one and done, but they played 4 years of college. They were drafted or they were signed as a free agent, and they were like, okay, we're on the cusp. Not really good enough for the NBA, but I feel like I'm close enough that I don't have to go overseas and try to make some money. I'm going to stay right here and wait for my shot. A guy like Tyrone Wallace, a Bakersfield guy who's with the Clippers right now. But if they change their model and say, no, we are the breeding ground. We're going to draft you out of high school. We're going to keep you under our umbrella, develop you, and groom you. Dude, you have them under one roof. You know what I mean? They're not in the NBA, but they're under your watch.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. The one thing I think about the NCAA cannot do, they can't act on this quickly. And this is my thought process. If you're telling all these young men that they can't play because they were on a list, what do you think 99% of those young men are going to do? They're going to lawyer up.
Yeah.
And who do you think they're going to sue? The NCAA. Do you realize the red tape and the lawsuits that they would have to deal with?
It's a mess. I don't even like talking about it.
It's an absolute convoluted cesspool of just inadequate people running the NCAA. You got to make smart decisions. 35 years ago, 40 years ago, you could run an NCAA system like they want to do now, but things have changed. You got to get rid of the one and done. You got to get rid of the guys that are going to be there a half a semester and then leave. You just have to do it.
Because this scandal's not going to stop.
No.
Like, it's going to domino, and it's going to become a snowball, and it's going to go one into the next. And this guy was an assistant coach here, but now he's a head coach over here. And he had this player who's now over here. Like, the arms on this, it's gonna reach everybody.
It has touched.
Like, who's going to be left?
Yeah, it's touched the Big West already.
Yeah.
It has. I mean, you have the head coach at UC Santa Barbara who was affiliated with
the University of Arizona.
And was involved in these FBI, the scandal.
Yeah.
His name has been brought up. Pasternak's name has been brought up. What is that going to do for that guy? If he gets pulled into it, he turned UC Santa Barbara from worst to first, basically, in a year. That's going to open a can. They're going to question everybody and everything. Just eliminate the kids going for 1 year and done. Just eliminate it.
And it's not the huge schools like we said. San Diego State, which is kind of a mid-major, a Mountain West Conference school. We get up to Sacramento. We open up the Sacramento Bee, and what's the huge headline? It's Malik Pope, a Sacramento native at San Diego State, the Aztecs' best player this season.
Yes.
Boom, out.
And what do you do?
Part of the probe.
What do you do with the guys like Kuzma, Markelle Fultz, who took money?
Maybe Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, Lonzo
He's in
Ball.
the NBA. He doesn't have a care in the world. He's out.
These guys are in this FBI probe. What is that going to do to the programs they left after being there, say, for 1 year?
It's like Reggie Bush, right?
Yes,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, you leave USC, you make it to the NFL, now you're making millions of dollars.
You don't care
Life
what you
is
say.
good. You're going out with a Kardashian. But the USC's the one that has to pick up the pieces.
Yes.
They're getting hit with the sanctions.
It's this whole NCAA thing is just one agent. Let's open the books on every agent.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who's clean?
And it funnels down to the AAU circuit. AAU circuit 30 years ago, when I played, there was 10 teams, and basically 10 teams in California, Southern California. And those 10 teams, now it has ballooned. There's hundreds and hundreds of teams. How easy is it for these shoe companies, these agents, to not go through the college guys, but to funnel their parents through these AAU? Basically, skin peddlers is what they are.
Yeah.
So it's the whole thing needs to be revamped, all the way from AAU all the way up to the first year in college. It needs to be revamped. NBA needs to step in. I hate to say it, the government needs to step in if this is that rampant and that out of control.
If the FBI is wiretapping people, like it's
Yeah,
pretty serious stuff now.
And if you're going to say, well, it didn't happen,
Yeah.
that's the FBI. They're not going to.
It's not like, hey, someone put a Snapchat story on like he was taking money. I saw it on Twitter. No, this is the FBI.
Yeah, and they've released information to let you know, hey, we've got you in our crosshairs. They're not going to just. It's like the DA in your local town.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to press charges on you, and I know because I had a family member that was a DA here. If they're going to press charges on you, 99% of the time you're guilty.
Yeah, they got more than enough evidence to put you away.
There's a good chance you've done something wrong. It's the same thing with the FBI. They're not going to just trump up these stories. They're just not going to do those things in order to say a guy, hey, we want to screw up UCLA. We want to screw up Arizona.
No.
They want to
They're
fix.
going for the jugular.
They are.
They've got enough, and they're going in for the kill.
And they see that college basketball has been ruined by this pain of these athletes. That's for sure.
Well, college hoops definitely has a black eye right now, but you know what's all good?
What's good?
Local high school hoops.
Best in Riverside, baby.
Best. We're going to break down the CIF Southern Section Championship games for the 4 Riverside schools. Plus, and then we've got our Marines Recruiting Station Riverside Athlete of the Week to announce. If you do the math, you probably know who it is because he had a big week for the Poly Bears. There's your
The
hints.
Bears.
We'll be right back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports, IE 1350 AM.
Guy's 50. He's got a mustache. Not according to birth certificate.
He's got documentation. Play ball!
Inland Empire Sports.
So how you guys doing? My name is Coach Ray Bass. We're here at the Boost Performance Center today, and here with the one and only Pep Fernandez. And we're going to go over a real basic vertical jump, all right? We're going to teach you guys the technique and its progression. This is a great drill for really any sports, really emphasizes pure power production through the hips. And power is really important for basically any type of athlete, whether you're a football player, track, soccer, basketball. You know, we all want to be powerful, strong athletes. So we're going to go over that today. All right, so first things first, I'm going to have Jacob go ahead and stand with his feet underneath his hips. So we're going to have your toes pointed forward. You want your feet to be about hip width, all right? He's going to have his shoulders flexed, all right, in front of his body. So arms up in front. Okay, now, the most important part here is what's called a counter movement. And what that is I'm going to throw my shoulders back into extension, all right? I'm going to flex my hips, all right? So the shoulders are going to be flexed and the hips are going to, the shoulders are going to be extended and the hips are going to be flexed, all right? And then we follow that up with shoulder flexion and hip extension. It's got to be really fast, all right? So right now, I'm just going to show you the first phase of that. So Jacob, I want you to drop your hips into flexion. I want you to throw your arms back into extension when I say go. Ready? Go. Right there. So to landing, all right? So we want to get as high as we can. As I go up, I want to extend through my hips, through my knees, I want my toes pointed up. And when we land, I'm going to land back into that hip flexion, arms extended, and I want to stick the landing, all right? So we're going to go over it now. So now we're going to actually jump here, Jacob. I want to see that counter movement. Go ahead and walk a little bit closer to the hurdle here. We're going to extend on the way up. As we elevate, extend through the hips and the knees, stick the landing, throw the arms into extension. Here we go, ready? On you.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Man, talking about that college basketball stuff's exhausting, Jeff.
Because
we're going to be talking about it for a long time.
It's just, it trickles down to everything. AAU, Division II, Division I, NBA, NFL, it just is so goofy.
Oh, it's exhausting. I don't like talking about it. I want to talk about like conference titles and who's in first place and who's going to make it to the big dance, like all that good stuff. I don't want to be talking about who's taking money, who the FBI's after.
No.
Bunch of nonsense. But if you want to get back to a bunch of guys who just love the game for the love of the game.
These guys aren't getting paid?
Making threes. You know, throwing their fists in the air and jumping on each other after big buzzer-beating baskets.
Cutting nets down.
Cutting down nets, hugging their coach for the love of the game. We're talking high school hoops.
Winking at their girlfriends in the bleachers.
That's right.
Oh, you're darn right. That was the best time in the world.
Did you do that? Okay, let's say you had a big dunk, Jeff, in a game.
I had flex.
Was that your move?
No, I didn't.
What was your move if you had a big dunk or you hit like a big three-pointer?
You know what? I had a lot of dunks. I dunked a lot. And everybody says I dunked a lot. I practiced.
You're like,
dunking.
I was really good.
I was really good at dunking.
Really good.
Really good at dunking. I wouldn't do anything to the crowd, but I would always, because I always knew the guys I was playing against. I'd always like rib them as I'd run down the floor, and the next foul, I go, hey, did you like that dunk?
Did you?
Yeah, or I'd say, hey, is your girlfriend sitting up at the bleachers? And then they go, yeah. And I go, she just watched me dunk on you. How do you feel? Or I'd go find his girlfriend if I knew her. I'd go, hey. I'd look at her and go, what'd you think of that? And she'd go, what? Me dunking on your boyfriend? That kind of stuff. Yeah, but it was always fun. It wasn't like, yeah, but I wasn't one of those guys that would like, I always made faces. That was the one thing I wish I would have never done. Because I always looked like I was scowling. That's
an ugly face. Hope you're watching us live on the channel.
Oh, you know, I always had these ugly faces. And I was really an immature guy.
But you know, guys now, they'll like put up the three fingers after they hit a three.
Oh, that's stupid. Or they stir stuff. I don't understand that.
Let's eat.
Is that what that is?
Spoon, yeah.
That is so stupid.
James Harden does that.
That's stupid. I saw somebody doing that from Davis the other day, and I wanted to go over and punch him in the neck. I hate that. I just want guys. And I was kind of a wiener when I played. Gosh, I wish I wouldn't have been a wiener. I really do. I wish I wouldn't have been a wiener.
I did
now.
the old like punching.
You did?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
So I played
a Rock'em Sock'em robot.
Yes.
There you go.
Exactly like that.
There you go.
Because I played defense. I didn't score a lot of goals, but we were playing one of our biggest rivals, and in the first half, I scored a goal, and it tied the game up.
And you were like, Rocky?
No, that first time I didn't do it. I was like, act like you've been there, right?
Yeah.
So then we got behind 2-1. And I scored another goal. Yeah. Again, I played defense, so I wasn't supposed to be scoring the goals.
Yeah.
And that second time, I ran back the other way, like throwing some punches like I was boxing. And I remember my coach at halftime said, Pep doesn't even score the goals. We have to put him up there so he can bail you guys out again.
Wow.
Yeah, and I remember like, yeah, that's right. I'm going to throw. If I score again, I was already thinking, what am I going to do when I score again? I already put out the boxy gloves. What's my next move? Like the 6-shooters? You know, like Old West, like a cowboy? Or like the bow and arrow? Like, what was I going to do next?
That would be cool.
Because I was supposed to go score goals. I didn't have the celebrations down.
Yeah, and you said you were kind of an angry guy when you were younger.
Yeah, I wasn't very good. I just played hard and I played fast.
But you were an angry guy.
Yeah.
You're so nice.
Am I?
Yeah, you're a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty nice.
Yeah, am I still angry or am I not that angry?
No, you're pretty nice. You're pretty easygoing.
I used to not be. Anybody that knows me knows that I was a complete jackass.
Yeah.
I was a jerk and a jackass. But I think I always had a good heart. I just think I was crazy. It's my,
just a little crazy.
Just a little crazy. I mean, my dad was crazy. So, yeah, I had my dad in me.
It's in your blood.
Yes, it's definitely in the blood. And my kids are crazy. Oh, this is just going to be bad.
Your kids are going to be just like you.
No, don't say that.
Think about it.
Don't say that.
My oldest daughter is just like me, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, was I like this as a kid?
I have 3 Gorham boys. There's 3 Gorham boys out there. I don't want any of them to be like me.
They're going to be just like you.
I don't want them to be like their mom either. I'm serious. She's crazier than I am. She's nuts. Yeah, Mrs. Gorham.
That's a great combo.
Smedberg is insane. I'm just telling you, she's nuts. Forget about us. Let's talk about the high school basketball.
Let's talk about the real stars on the Inland Sports Show on Fox
again.
Sports, IE 1350 AM. This guy, a very emotional player, hit some huge baskets for the Riverside Poly basketball team. And when he hits some threes, when he makes those big baskets, crossed a guy up. Very emotional. Yeah, pumping his arms in the air. Very big. The fans love him. He's a crowd favorite. He's also the Marines Riverside Recruiting Station Athlete of the Week. It is the great Tobin Kuhn from Riverside Poly High School. Get a load of this. He had 17 points, a team high 17, in that semifinal win against Valencia, 67-62. And the game before that, he dropped 19 on Oaks Christian, 66-58 in the quarterfinal. So Tobin Kuhn is the Marines Recruiting Station Riverside Athlete of the Week. And Jeff, you were telling me this is even more special because his dad was on the team the last time they went to the CIF championship game.
Yeah, he was a sophomore, I think. And I will say this, because, Greg, his dad's one of my good friends, was my brother's really good friend. Their dog bit my nose off when I was a kid.
Wait, the Kuhn's dog bit your nose?
Yeah, bit my nose off. I'm just a little upset because I think his name is, it's Tobin. I think he's named after an ex-Poly guy, a guy named Tobin White. And if he's named after him, I'm going to be frustrated because
why?
Because he should be Jeff Kuhn. Jeff with a G Kuhn. It shouldn't be Tobin. It should be Jeff Kuhn.
Weird. His name's Gorham Kuhn. It's just
Gorham Kuhn. That's But no, his dad was a great player for Riverside Poly. I saw his dad break his arm one time, and I damn near threw up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no joke. No joke.
In a game?
Yeah, in a summer league game, and I damn near puked. Every time I look at his dad now, I want to go hug him and kiss him on the cheek because he broke his arm so bad. Yeah, it was brutal. But Tobin Kuhn, a great player from Riverside Poly, goes up and gets 11 threes in a game this year.
Yeah, he broke the school record.
Yeah, and it couldn't happen to a better guy. Great parents, great grandparents. Harold Kuhn used to run CSDR here in Riverside. That's Tobin's grandfather. Just a great family. And what a way to bookend two really good careers with Greg, his father, and son Tobin to end their careers playing in the CIF championship game.
So now Riverside Poly advances behind the huge games, I should say, two last week from Tobin Kuhn, the Marines Recruiting Station Riverside Athlete of the Week. It is Riverside Poly taking on San Marcos. Jeff, that will be Saturday, 4 p.m. at Azusa Pacific University. So the CIF Southern Section just released all the venues and the times for these games. So Poly will be playing Saturday, 4 o'clock, back in the finals for the first time since 1983 when a guy named Reggie Miller was chucking up the threes for the Bears.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he was okay. They had a really good guy.
Did you ever play him one-on-one?
No, we used to play 2-on-2 with Cheryl, my brother, and I. We used to whoop him.
Your brother beat up Reggie Miller, right?
Yeah, we got in a big fist fight at UCR, and everybody clapped. I remember Kelvin Butler was
Everyone was clapping?
Everybody was clapping because no one liked Reggie.
No, didn't like Reggie Miller?
No, no one liked Reggie. But Reggie's probably a good guy now, just like I'm somewhat of a good guy. But no, they had great players in that Poly team. They had, their point guard, I think, might have been the CIF Player of the Year or the league MVP. Dave Myers was a point guard, and he was kind of a jerk, but he could play like none other. He was one of those tough guys. I see a theme
here. All the good players got to be kind of jerky.
You kind of have to be kind of. You
were kind of jerky.
Yeah,
right?
I was a lot jerky, but I was pretty good. But no, that was I can remember those teams playing against my dad's teams at Norte Vista and watching. That was an amazing group of guys. And what makes it better is that Yancey, one of my childhood best friends, and I consider to this day one of my closest friends ever. I would love to see him win at Riverside Poly.
Has he won a title as the head coach? I know he's been on some teams.
Remember, at Glendora, he was the head coach. LeDuc was the assistant coach because he was the athletic director. And then I believe at Rancho, he might have been the head coach as well because Showalter was the AD. I could be wrong about that. But I do know he was the head coach at Glendora when they won the CIF championship.
Well, Poly will be playing for the 2A championship on Saturday. Again, for the first time since '83. That was a long time ago. But even longer, Notre Dame from Riverside in the 3A championship game against Bishop Amat. They hadn't been to a championship game since 1980.
And I was there, too.
You were there at that one, too?
That's unbelievable. I mean, this is kind of full circle. This tells you how long I've been around and gone to so many basketball games. I remember I went to several of those Notre Dame games when Mike Vanta took them to the championship. They had a great team. The Bobby Foy and Drakeslin. It was a good group of players.
Well, they beat who they beat on Saturday. Can't remember who they beat now because I wasn't there. Oh, they beat Marietta Mesa. It was the all-local game.
They did.
Remember?
That's right. They beat the Wright brothers.
We were up in UC Davis, but Jeff and I were keeping very close tabs on all these games. And that was Friday night because our game was Saturday night. We got all that stuff on the Inland Sports Twitter and website. But our guy, Daryl Trujillo.
Daryl?
He's unstoppable.
Daryl is everywhere.
He was at the game on Friday night. So Notre Dame wins big, and he got this great interview with Rob Robinson. We're going to play some of it. We're going to have Coach Robinson on the Inland Sports Show later this week, getting you all set for the Bishop Amat game for the championship in 3A. But here is Coach Robinson and our guy, Daryl.
Joined by Notre Dame head coach Rob Robinson after the Titans advanced to the CIF Southern Section Division 3A Finals with an 85-68 victory over Marietta Mesa. Rob, I think the word of the night is redemption. Sure. Talk about how far this group has come in the last 12 months since you guys got knocked off at Crespi last year in the semis to tonight.
It's been a year. It's been we've been saying next year for 12 months. 12 months we've been trying to get back to this moment that was so disappointing last year. And we got here this time, the kids, they're at home. We didn't fold. They came up big, and incredible win for the Titans.
Last year, you said you and
all right, so that's Rob Robinson breaking it down right after the game.
Hey, he has the best.
Daryl was right there.
Hey, Rob Robinson has the best coach speak of anybody in the business.
He's nailed it.
He is the best coach. He's the best coach speaker in the world. Anything you give him, he's going to throw it back at you in the perfect coach speech.
He's the man.
He is the man.
He's been interviewed enough times on this very show. He knows how to do it.
You're darn right.
So that's Notre Dame. They're going to play Friday night, 6 o'clock against Bishop Amat at APU as well.
At Apu?
Apu. Azusa Pacific University, 6 o'clock tip-off. And for AA, the #1 team, Hillcrest, the new kid on the block. They have an advance. They beat San Luis Obispo on Friday night, so Hillcrest will take on St. Bonaventure from Ventura. That game is 6 o'clock at Godinez High School in Santa Ana. And it's awesome to see Jackson Wood, young coach with a young program, doing some big things already.
He's going to win handily.
You think so? Easy.
I know so.
Easy peasy?
The beard of justice is going to win. I tell you what, I couldn't be happier for another Riverside Poly graduate.
The Riv raised me.
I'm telling you, Riverside Poly graduate, they're all connected here, my friend. All connected. And I think they're going to win pretty handily. And it's great for the city of Riverside. It's great for the school. I think it's going to be their first major CIF championship for them. I know they've won it in wrestling, so I can't really say that it's their first because Ernie Ledesma and his wrestling teams have done wonders, won several CIF championships.
And one more. So we have 4 Riverside schools playing for CIF Southern Section Championships this weekend. Saturday, noon at Godinez in 4A. It's Carnegie. A big thanks to our friends at ABC in Santa Barbara, KEYT. We like to trade video with them a lot as they sent us some video of Carnegie beating Lompoc in the semifinals this past Friday, as Carnegie will now head to the championship game and take on Rolling Hills Prep, the team that knocked Notre Dame out of the state playoffs last year, Jeff, in the state semifinals.
That's right.
Remember that?
Yeah, isn't Carnegie, aren't they from the Ukraine?
A lot of them are, right?
Or
they were last year. I have to look at the roster.
They're like
they're international.
They're the United Nations of high school basketball.
A lot of passports.
Lots and lots of passports. They better not travel anywhere.
So 4 teams from the city of Riv. The Riv raised me. Going to play for CIF Southern Section Championships coming up Friday and Saturday. Again, for our local teams at least, they're going to be split up between Godinez High School and Azusa Pacific University, Long Beach State, Colony, the other 2 sites. But our 4 teams, we got 2 at Godinez, 2 at Azusa Pacific Friday and Saturday. Not to mention the soccer. Soccer semifinals are tomorrow. We got to see how that all unfolds.
Any Riverside teams?
No Riverside team.
What?
2 from San Bernardino. San Bernardino's good at football and soccer.
Soccer and football.
We got Aquinas and we got Indian Springs still alive in the soccer playoffs for the boys soccer playoffs.
Hey, Does Brandon Rankins play soccer?
You would think St. Brandon could kick a ball.
He can.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just stand out there and scare everybody.
I think they got some Brazilians on the team.
Oh, they got
the Germans for football. But they got some Brazilians, I think, on that soccer team, so they're pretty good. They're playing in the semifinals at Foothill Technology in Ventura.
Did you say Brazilian?
Oh, Brazil.
You know where I ate last night? Fogo de Chao.
Oh, you had Brazilian barbecue.
I had Brazilian steakhouse. They walk around with these swords, and they cut meat right off these swords, and you eat nothing but meat.
Was it wonderful?
It was fantastic.
Everything you dreamed of?
I had every slice and kind of meat and sausage you can imagine. It was my anniversary. We got fat, and then we went over to have some chocolate. We went to Ghirardelli afterwards. But there's nothing better than Brazilian steakhouse. Nothing. I don't care what you say. The best slices of meat.
Best, Jerry.
The best. It was really
Did your wife
expensive.
enjoy it?
Yes.
Or was it for you?
It was, I don't know. We both like meat. I'm telling you. Best, but really, really pricey. Like I'm gonna
How much did you drop, Jeff? Come on. We're all friends here.
Over $200 for dinner.
Oh, man.
Happy anniversary.
Hey, happy. But it was well
Could have
worth
bought
it.
a new car.
I could have. From Catalano?
Catalano cars.
But I will say this.
Yes.
The Brazilians can make a good meat. I hope they do well in the CIF or CIF semis.
Well, that's what they say. They know two things. They know how to barbecue meat, and they know how to score goals.
I had this thing called Hearts of Palms.
What is that?
I think it's palm tree. I think I ate palm tree, and it was the most...
Is it a vegetable?
Yes.
Let's get one of our producers or show writers on this.
Hearts of palm.
Hearts of palm.
I think they're mini palm trees, and there was no... I mean, it's so tasty. They were succulent.
Really?
Yes, succulent.
Because you're not really... You don't strike me as like a vegetable kind
I
of
love
guy.
veggies. I just won't eat... The only veggies I won't eat is cauliflower.
Oh, that's good.
It's like an albino broccoli.
No,
Who
it's
wants to eat
good,
that?
though.
There's no taste.
No, it's very unique. It's very
whatever.
good.
Do you like it when it's mashed?
Yes.
You've had mashed cauliflower? Does
Yeah.
it taste like mashed potatoes?
No.
Then I'm not eating it.
No. They have one of the pizza places I go to. I won't say them by name because we'd love to get them as a sponsor. But they take like cauliflower and they roast it, and it's kind of all garlicky, and they put it as a pizza topping.
That sounds like crap. That sounds like crap. That
No,
shouldn't be on a pizza.
Really, really good.
Pepperoni, sausage,
good.
and any kind of meat you can imagine. No one puts cauliflower on
Really
pizza.
good.
What's wrong with you?
Really, really good.
Seriously, what's wrong with you, Pep?
Oh, the Lands. It's out in the Lands.
Redlands always has weird stuff. They have like fondue fast food joints.
Yeah, I was going to say their name, but I'm not going to give them that. Not on this show. Now we're big time. We can't do that.
Yeah, we can't do that. But yeah, you're weird, Pep.
Yeah, I know.
Gluten-free.
Oh, I'm glutening it up.
Oh, I'm glutening it up,
Extra
baby.
gluten on my plate, baby.
You have cauliflower on your pizza?
Sometimes.
Dude, you know you're going to hell for that,
No,
right?
sometimes I do.
Seriously, that's
When I'm
blasphemy.
living life in the fast lane,
Cauliflower.
I go cauliflower, man. That's where it's at.
Hey, how about asparagus?
No, I don't do
Oh,
asparagus.
I had asparagus last night, though, with my Hearts of Palm. Anybody got what the Hearts of Palm is?
Oh, let's take a break. We got to take a break.
Oh,
Greg's freaking out over here. We got to take a break. We got bills to pay. We got so much stuff to do here. Hearts of Palm, CBU Hoops, and the Lakers. When we come back, it's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Oh, here it is. Hearts of Palm.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cahelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart, is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Sweet bike and you're really good at hooking up with chicks. Plus, you're like the only guy at school who has a mustache.
That's true.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Welcome back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Hearts of Palms.
Hearts of Palms.
Did I get that? Is that right? Did I say it right? So it is a real thing.
They say it's. Let me read to you the thing because I got it sent by our producers.
This is what Jeff ate last night on his anniversary.
There is no heart of palm is a vegetable harvested from the inner core of a growing bud of certain palm trees, notably the coconut.
Do you eat it like buttered and seasoned? Like how? Do you...
I don't know how they do it. It's delectable, delightful, and delicious all at the same time. It has a certain taste that I've never experienced, and I love it dearly. I also had a lot of meat last night.
Lots of Brazilian meat.
Yeah, man, it was great. The only thing I didn't like is they had chicken. And I said to myself when they handed me the chicken,
take that back.
Well, I said, that's piss. That's exactly what I said. Get that away from me. How dare you?
Give me the real stuff.
I don't want that chicken. I want meat. I want fillets.
What did you eat then?
Everything but chicken. They gave
what did they have, like beef?
They had this pork. They had this pork that was rolled in Parmesan. And it was like it was brought down to me on pillows from the gods. It was beautiful. It tasted so delectable.
It was wonderful.
Oh my gosh. And then I had this drink. It tasted like coconut, and it had coconut flavor in it, and it was ground sugar from sugar cane and some rum. I was like a pirate.
You were. Jack Sparrow over
I was
here.
like Jack Sparrow, and then it had a piece of lime in it. Oh, it was just so good. I almost cried. A tear came down my face.
But you made it back today.
I had creme brulee.
But you had creme brulee, and then you went to Ghirardelli?
Yes, I did.
Out on chocolate?
Yes, I got this big thing called the Knob Hill. And it was all chocolate. Chocolate upon chocolate. It had chocolate chips in it, chocolate sauce.
Knob Hill's in San Francisco, right?
Yes, and it's named after it. And it was delectable.
So you got chocolate wasted.
I did get chocolate wasted. And then Carla got the Smedberg. I don't like salt in my chocolate. She got a salted chocolate drink.
Oh, that sounds good.
That sounds horrible.
No, there was salted caramels were popular.
That was terrible.
She loves salt.
Yeah, salt.
Salty cheese.
When I sweat, she licks my forehead. That's how much she loves salt. Ew, that just made
like
everybody
a salt lick.
It was just terrible. Yeah, no, but that was delectable. Gosh, it was so good. Yeah, I have Hearts of Palm. Go get it in the store. I bet you can't find it.
Probably not, right?
No, but it was really
looked like string cheese or a banana or something like that.
Oh, I had bananas too.
Caramelized
toast. Fried
Jeff,
bananas.
what did you not eat last night? It sounds like
I didn't eat. I didn't eat the child that was sitting next to me. He was looking delectable. I could have dipped him in butter. He would have been good.
Because we were coming back from Sacramento and you were starving yourself.
I was.
Because you wanted to be hungry.
I was
hungry for this meal.
I was, and I ate more than
a hungry hippo.
More. I ate my $200 worth. That's for sure.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
If I was to pay $200, I would.
Yeah,
man.
I had to undo my belt buckle. And my pants.
You know it's getting serious.
Yeah, it's real serious.
Yeah. Well, we were coming back from Sacramento. Jeff was all hungry, and we were talking about that big Lakers win against the Kings. Real bummer. 113 to 108.
Love it. Go Lakers.
Lonzo Ball didn't play, although it has been brought to our attention because Lonzo Ball's kind of got a new look. He came back from this injury, and he's kind of got a new look, a little mustache and stuff. And somebody said it looked like, remember Screech from Saved by the Bell?
Yes.
Screech and Lisa Turtle. Remember Lisa Turtle on the show?
Oh, I love her.
One of the main characters.
She's beautiful.
Like if Lisa and Screech had a son, and this would probably been about right if you're doing the timing of it, like back in 2000, late 90s.
You mean what's Screech's last name?
It looked like Lonzo Ball.
It does look exactly like him.
Screech Powers.
Screech Powers.
Wasn't it? I just grabbed that one out of left field.
So Lonzo Powers.
Lonzo Powers.
Blah. Yeah, he looks like Freddy Krueger though too. If you look at him.
Little bit. He's got kind of a new look. But he didn't play against the Kings.
No.
Isaiah Thomas.
I don't know. He's just a renter.
He is.
He's
not part of the long-term plans.
Yeah.
But they won. They continue to win.
25 wins.
See, there's a couple teams right there on the cusp of being the number 8 team in the Western Conference. And then there's the cellar dwellers. And yes, Sacramento's in there. I'll just say it. They stink. I get it. But LA's kind of in the middle. The Lakers are kind of in the middle. They're not one of those bottom cellar dwellers, and they're not right there on the playoff cusp, but they're kind of in the middle, but they're working their way up.
Yeah.
What did LeVar say in the beginning of the season?
What did they say? They're going to make the playoffs?
Making playoffs.
Oh, gosh.
Please don't make it so.
Yeah.
I hope that we waive him still. I'm just not sold on him. He was on that lip sync show. What was that called?
Yeah, he was. I don't know what it was called.
Lip sync battle. And he was dancing around, and he just looked like an idiot. And then I saw Alonzo dressed as Michael Jackson, and he kind of looked like him. And Michael Jackson's my favorite singer ever, and it just ruined it.
Rolling in his grave.
Yeah, he is. He's rolling. Definitely rolling in his grave. But yeah, I wasn't happy about that at all. In fact, if you're a rookie, do some rookie things. Carry my bags, rookie.
Yeah.
Wipe my face off this gravy I just ate,
You know
rookie.
what? I think you just nailed it. I think that's the biggest beef I have with him is he acts like he's
entitled.
He acts like he's been in the league for a long time.
He hasn't been anywhere.
I remember getting taped to a goalpost. People kicking soccer balls at me. That's a true story.
What? Somebody did that to you, Pep?
My freshman year, I made varsity.
Now look at you.
And the varsity guys taped me to one of the field goal posts. And with duct tape, they taped me and they kicked balls at me. And guess what? This was real embarrassing. So the women's
Were you
soccer
naked?
team. No, I had my clothes on.
Okay, all right.
But the women's soccer, but ripped a lot of hairs out. I'll tell you that. But the women's soccer team had a game that day.
No.
And we were playing the Enterprise Hornets. And the Enterprise girls soccer team had to come cut me down. And
the opposing team?
On the opposing team.
They
Not
felt
even my
bad?
own team would cut me down. So the opposing team had to get these big medical scissors like the trainer would use. They cut me down, and I ran over to practice because we were on a side field because there was a big game in the stadium, right?
Were you crying?
No, but I ran. And my coach was like, "Where are you at? You're late." And I'm like, "The seniors. They taped me to the post." I was stuck. I was like, Enterprise had to cut me down.
I'm just mad that your coach ended a sentence in a preposition. Where are you at?
Where are you at?
You're supposed to say, where are you?
Where you at? So where you at?
He's a bad coach. He's not teaching you anything.
He was a biology coach. Actually.
Oh, that he's a dummy. He's ended a sentence in a preposition.
Where you at? But that's how rookies should be treated, right?
Yeah, that's exactly
Tie him up to a basket.
Yeah.
Throw some balls at him.
You're darn right. Carry my bags,
Yeah.
rookie. Not do. I know you shouldn't
We
be
had
on
we had
TV.
another guy who had to carry the ball bag. I'll tell you what his name was in the break. I can't say it
You
on
can't.
there.
Why not?
But he got that. But they kicked balls at me.
That's bad.
They're like, hey, you think you're cool? You made varsity. Guess what? We're gonna tape you up. See ya. And they left me.
Did you have a cup on?
No.
Ooh.
No, I didn't.
Did they? No, what they? Nothing was covering your junk?
No.
That's bad.
Nothing.
That's horrible.
They just took duct tape and taped me off the ground.
Yeah, that's bad. Off the ground? You weren't even feet on the ground?
No.
Oh my God.
The Hornets, the Enterprise Hornets, had to cut me down. That's a true story.
Any cute girls though?
I don't remember. I was horrified.
And ran.
Yeah.
I gotta go to practice.
Ran back to practice.
Hey,
that's
guys.
That's what they should do with Lonzo
What's
Ball.
your name? My name's Pep. I gotta go. I'm a freshman. I made varsity.
Why am I
gotta
Mickey
run.
Mouse? I don't sound like Mickey Mouse.
You're a freshman.
Hi, guys.
You're a freshman. Everybody sounds like that. I'm around high school kids every day. They all sound like
You make me sound like Mickey Mouse,
Hi,
man.
Coach Gorm. How you doing? What are you doing? Hey, freshman, get away from me. That's what I tell my kids at school. I still treat them like dogs.
Anyways, but you might be right. There might be some sort of entitlement there. Maybe that's why he kind of rubs everyone the wrong way.
Yeah, hey, Lakers have 25 and 34. That's a lot better than last year.
I think they're surpassing expectations. Is that safe to say? I mean, they're not a playoff team yet, but I think they're better than what people were expecting.
Yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs. There's no way they make the playoffs.
No,
this
they'd
year.
have to leapfrog the Clippers, and that's not going to happen
They
this
have
year.
the Clippers are in the 9th spot.
I think the Clippers are going to get in. Who's number 8?
Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets.
What is there, like a 1 or 2 game difference?
No, yeah, it's a 1 game difference.
1 game? Yeah, I think the Clippers are going to get them.
And then you have the Thunder. The Thunder.
Who's on Denver? Name one player on the Nuggets.
I
don't know. Nene?
No.
Nene Hilario?
No. Oh, that guy. Nope, I can't name a guy. But listen.
Hey,
the Thunder,
one of the producers,
Thunder,
can you guys find out who's the starting 5 for the Nuggets?
The guy that won the dunk contest.
Donovan Mitchell.
There you go.
1.
There you go. That's all that matters.
Okay, 1.
Hey, the Thunder might not make the playoffs.
The
Thunder, the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're just a game. They're 2 games out or 2 games up.
Like I said, that lady that I was talking to in the airport who was the big Oklahoma City Thunder fan, she's like, you know what?
Thunder.
She's like, we got a pretty good team. I just don't really like Carmelo Anthony.
Nobody
hasn't really
likes him.
gelled with the team.
Boy, has he
has
he fallen off or what?
Yeah.
He needs to retire.
She said they all love Russell Westbrook, but something about Carmelo Anthony is just not happening right now.
The Pelicans are ahead of the Thunder. Thunder. They're ahead of the Thunder. The Trailblazers, Minnesota, San Antonio. Hey, San Antonio, speaking of which, our guy Kawhi Leonard is back practicing.
He's back?
Well, he's practicing in their facility. I don't know if he's with the team.
That's a start.
Maybe they're mending fences. I hope they don't because I want him to play for the Lakers.
Well, they got to do something, right?
They got to do something right.
Will he return to the court sometime soon?
Yeah, he's better. Or else they're going to get caught by the Thunder.
When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, we're going to break down a heartbreaking loss for the UC Riverside men's basketball team.
I don't want to talk about this.
At Davis. We're going to play some of the audio clips as they lost in the last second. Painful, although there was a very good cheeseburger on the bus waiting for us, so that kind of helped.
The biggest cheeseburger I've had.
It was really good.
Years.
It kind of helped.
Wow.
We'll talk about that as well. We'll be right back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Oh, Rusty, you are an inspiration.
How you guys doing today? Coach Ray here from Boost Training. We're here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost Training tip is all about strength. And of course, it's very specific to speed. We're talking about the single leg supported low squat. Come check it out. So when it comes to athletic performance, and more specifically speed, it's all about the ability to generate force, all about being nice and strong. Now, running is a single leg motion. So it makes sense that you have to have a great foundation of strength. You gotta have single leg strength. So this exercise really works on that single leg strength here with a deep bend in the hips, the knees, and the ankles. So what Mike is gonna do is gonna have an open hand grip, all right? He's gonna get nice and tight to the rack. He's gonna be doing this, he's gonna have his right foot on the ground. He's gonna flex his left knee, all right? He's gonna lower himself nice and easy. He's gonna tap that left knee on the ground and then come up. Now, go ahead and do a couple reps here, Micah. All right, so what we want here is we really want to emphasize pushing that left foot in the ground, that right foot in the ground and not pulling himself up, which is why we have the open hand grip. And as I mentioned before, really getting that deep bend in the ankles, the knees, and the hips, just as if we were sprinting. So if you're not doing this exercise, you really want to add it to your repertoire because it's a great drill for building speed and generating force. We do it right here at Boost.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using, we do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car, whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Since your old man ain't got no heart, maybe you'd like to see a real man. I bet you stay up late every night dreaming you had a real man, don't you? I tell you what, bring your pretty little self over to my apartment tonight, and I'll show you a real man.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. It's the flagship. Jeff Corum, Greg Holla, I'm Pep Fernandez. Brought to you by Spoiled, Quick Quality Oil Change, Ken Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training, and Catalana Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Shout out to our boy Luke Navigato. Game-winning hit for Cal Baptist baseball over the weekend. They split with Colorado Mesa. Colorado Mesa, number 3 in the entire nation. CBU, what was that? I think they were number 12 in the country in the latest Division II poll. Big split, 2-2. That's all right. And Luke Navigato, big knock. I think he was 4 for 5 in the game. Game-winning hit. So shout out to our boy Luke Navigato. And more breaking news, Jeff. You just got a text.
Yes.
Big-time news.
Yes. Rubidoux, both boys and girls soccer teams are playing in the semifinals tomorrow.
Doing it for the dough.
The dough, baby.
They're good at soccer.
They're great in soccer. They're great in football.
You know what? They might be the only high school around here that has the boys and the girls still alive in the playoffs.
That's right.
I can't really, off the top of my head, I can't think of another program. I think Paloma Valley girls, I think, are still in it. Santiago girls were knocked out. So Rubidoux might be it.
The dough.
Doing it for the dough.
Good job, dough.
Who's your boy? Is the principal
Todd Moore? Todd Moore.
Is he the coolest principal you know?
I don't know. He's okay. He's all right. He's a good baseball player.
Oh, really?
Oh, he's a fantastic baseball player.
Well, we love Ed Luna, Coach Thompson out there.
I like Ed Luna. Yeah. I don't love him. He's okay.
Used to live next to him, didn't you?
Yeah, he was on my street. We lived on Naval Court, Belly Button Court.
Naval Court?
Naval Court.
Maybe it was Naval for like the Naval Academy. Maybe it wasn't a Belly Button.
No.
Maybe just
no. You know why?
Why?
It was the first naval orange tree in America.
Oh, naval oranges
naval
too.
Oranges.
Okay.
And there was a plaque at the end of our street that said it was the first naval orange.
But wait, hold on. Be honest. If you had someone visiting, you're like, "Oh, what street do you turn down?" You're like, "Naval, like your belly button."
Yeah.
Is that what you would say?
Every single time, Belly Button Court.
Not like naval orange. You'd be like naval, like your belly button.
Yeah. And all my buddies were like, "Hey, is there lint on that court? Belly button lint." Yeah. Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. Now, Todd Moore, thanks for letting us know about the Falcons.
Yeah, so semifinals are Tuesday for soccer, and then the championship matches Friday and Saturday. So it's again, man, when it rains, it pours. We got soccer championship games, basketball championship games, final week of the season for UCR, Cal Baptist hosting the Pac-West tournament. Like, it's crazy. Oh, San Bernardino Valley College playing for the regional championship for the men's basketball team. Quincy Brewer and the guys.
Good golly. Hey, what do they do if it rains in soccer? They play. I mean, if it's downpour.
You battle.
But the ball doesn't move.
You battle.
So what do you do if the ball doesn't move and you're playing in puddles?
Oh, I played in messes. You just play. As long as there's no lightning, you play.
Do you get to play? Do you have to get new shoes every game though?
No.
I want my shoes dirty.
No, I got the special Umbros, or like a kangaroo leather. And
What's an Umbro?
You take it's like a brand.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you take the kangaroo leather and you take like the leather food. They call it leather food, and you really like wax it in there. It's like water repellent.
Did you say leather food?
And you get the long studs because it gets muddy, right? You get the long studs and you get the leather food on the kangaroo leather. Boom, you're good to go.
Did you wear big socks?
I did. I told you I still wear big socks.
Yeah, you're weird.
Yeah. I still wear big socks. I wear big socks if I'm cold, and then when I go to bed, I take the soccer socks and I pull them really, really high up, like past my knees.
Hey, do you
you guys?
Do you use shin guards
when I sleep?
No. When you played kickball?
Yeah. When I play soccer, yes. When I sleep, no.
Okay. Here's one. You're gonna laugh at this one. Yeah, we didn't. I played soccer one year, kickball. I played soccer one year, and I didn't. My dad's like, I'm not buying you shin guards. He made me put magazines in my.
No.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
Because they check for shin guards.
Yeah, but I had Omni magazine, which was a big science magazine back in the day. It was real thick, and I put it in my socks.
Did you get kicked a lot? Did you have like lots of knots on your shins?
No, it didn't hurt because it was a really thick magazine.
Was it?
Yeah, it didn't bother me. It was park and rec soccer. It wasn't like I was playing. It's not like they were looking me down, going, "Oh yeah." I had Omni magazine in
That's Landon Donovan.
Oh, look at that. No, Pele was big when I was there.
Pele, yeah.
And I had O.J. Simpson's shoes, the Juice Mobiles. You laugh.
Is that what they called them?
Hey, don't laugh.
Is that what you called
Don't laugh at the Juice Mobiles. They were the Juice Mobiles. They were spot built, and I wore those when I played soccer. I had big socks, and I had Omni magazine in my socks.
That is quite the sight.
You're darn right. I was good.
I bet you there's a picture of you.
No, I burn those. I don't play soccer.
Team picture. You know, everyone gets the soccer photos.
Yeah, there's probably, but I'm sure my dad would throw that away. It's soccer. So, that's the house I grew up in.
Guys can't appreciate the beautiful game.
You play football, you play baseball, and basketball. You playing soccer? Don't come home.
The beautiful game.
It's whatever.
The world's beautiful game.
Whatever. It's nice. It's in the grass.
Well, this one was kind of ugly because it came down to the final second. Jeff, I thought we had this one. UC Riverside lost to UC Davis on Saturday night with less than 1 second to play. It was an emotional roller coaster. Even a big juicy cheeseburger with bacon and avocado could not fully make me feel better, but it was close. But it just couldn't do it.
Real quick, I'm going to talk about the game. When they gave us a hamburger, there was avocado on it, right?
Yeah,
avocado. There was onions and there was pickles. Right?
Yeah,
and
bacon.
Tomato and lettuce and bacon. Oh, a lot of big thick bacon.
A real good bun too.
Yeah,
real good.
Did
bun.
you hear the guys in the back go?
No, wait, what? No, I didn't hear this.
They opened up the boxes and I could hear some of the basketball players go, "Yeah, I'm not eating this S." And I said, "What do you mean?" They didn't say what. I was like, "I'm not eating this S," and you could hear him go, "Why not?" It's got this green stuff on it. What is this green stuff?
They didn't know avocado?
No, they not. Man, those guys aren't going to eat guacamole. They're basketball players.
It's good for you. It's got the good cholesterol.
I didn't have guacamole until I got married to Smedberg.
Really?
Never.
What are you doing?
You'll
eat hearts of palms.
Yeah. I never even had an avocado. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world now.
Yeah.
I could scoop it up. I'll put a little salt on it, and I just scoop it and eat it. Maybe that's why I'm so fat.
Yeah, you're into it.
All right, so let's talk about the back.
Good cholesterol.
You can hear the guys in the back go, "I'm not eating this S." And I was like, "Oh,
you're pass it to me."
I can barely finish it.
Pass it up, guys. I'm in the 4th row.
That was the biggest burger ever. It was like a Fuddrucker burger.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was
I was
great.
feeling really sad, and I got on the bus, and it smelled really good. And I'm like, "Oh, what is that?" We got our burger.
I was like a giddy schoolgirl when I got my burger.
So here's the deal. So we were losing the majority of the game.
Yeah.
And then finding Minnow Dykstra, hit a big 3 to give us the lead with 5.7 seconds left. You hit a 3, you take the lead, you're feeling good. All you need is one defensive stop, right, Jeff? And that's all we needed.
I'm going to walk out.
So let's go ahead, and this was the call. This was first. This was the 3 that gave UC Riverside the lead with 5.7 seconds left. The UCR with one final possession, a chance to tie or win the game. 62-60, UC Davis. Dikembe Martin with the ball in his hands. 12 seconds to go. DK to Minnow Dykstra. He'll shoot the 3. It's good! Minnow Dykstra hits the 3, and UCR has taken the lead with 5 seconds to go. 63. Highlanders. I do that with my voice. Heaven, baby! What a dramatic Let it play a whole final possession for UCR, but Jeff, let's gather ourselves. There's 5 seconds on the clock. Hold on, Jeff. UC Davis will get one crack at it here at the end. Let's hear Jeff's analysis. Here it comes.
I'll tell you what, if you are Riverside, you're telling your guys right now, let's play smart defensively. Let's keep the ball in front, keep the man in front of you. Don't let him get past you on your hip.
That's right.
You might want to double team. They're going to try to throw the ball over the top. You need to have those defensive backs in the back there. Look for Riverside. Play smart here. Keep the man in front.
That's right, Jeff, right? You were breaking it down for the people.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, there's the Stones. You know what we heard right when we started the broadcast?
The second we went on the air, it started.
Dude, we
got all kinds of Stone stories. Finish this one.
It freaked me out. Remember, just when we started the broadcast, the UC Davis band started playing the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones, and I looked at you, and my eyes were big as saucers. I'm like, wait, hold on. No. Why are they doing this? If we would have started 1 or 2 minutes later, it wouldn't have been part of the broadcast.
No. Gosh, I don't even want to talk about this next thing. Are you going to play it?
Yeah, I'm queuing it up right now.
I don't want to hear this.
So here's the deal. So Finding Minnow hit the big 3. Sorry. I love kids' movies. He hit the big three. It gave them the lead by 1, but they left UC Davis with 5.7 seconds left. You know what? In hindsight, maybe they should have ran more clock off for that final shot.
No, it was the only shot they had. It was only wide open.
He dropped it in, though. It was a great shot by Finding Minnow Dykstra.
Minnow.
So Davis got the ball back with less than 6 seconds.
I want to walk out.
Then this happened.
I can't even listen. I'm taking off my headphones.
TJ Shorts. TJ Shorts lays it in with 0.9 seconds left.
Wow. I tell you what, Shorts caught the ball. He took about 4 quick steps. No call on the travel, but he was able to get the ball and go right to the bucket with 0.9 seconds left on the clock.
Jeff, he traveled. Didn't he travel? We count. Okay. So
1.5 steps is what is legal. There you go.
I used my quick thinking, and I busted out my cell phone because I'm like, I got a good feeling about this, right? So I'm recording the last couple of plays. So I record UC Davis guard TJ Shorts, who inbounded the ball, got it right back, and we slowed down the video. Oh, we slowed it way down. 3.5 steps with the ball. How many steps for traveling? 2?
1.5.
1.5?
Yeah, you take 1 and then that half step, you go up. He took 3.5 steps.
And there was no traveling.
No travel. And he also stepped over the line going inbounds. He had stepped over the line. There was, and
then, you know what? So this is another, I love these like real deep stories when we can pull back the curtain for everyone out there. So Jeff and I, we get up the next morning, despite the big cheeseburger, despite our Haagen-Dazs ice cream, we were both feeling really down. And we're down in the lobby with the team, and we're talking smack about the referees and how bad they were. We've never seen officials that bad. And who's sitting there with Coach Bell right next to us? One of the referees.
Yeah, I was mad. And Pep, you know I was.
Yeah, you were mad.
I was angry because I thought it was a travesty of justice.
Well, the whole honestly, like, referees have hard jobs and they can't see everything, and I totally get that.
They got homered.
They're not perfect, but it was all the calls went against UCR. I'll just call a spade, and if it wasn't, I wouldn't say that.
It was a homer job, and I'll say this: it was traveling. He moved, stepped over the line when he threw the ball in, and he ran 3 steps. There's just, I don't want to even talk about it, other than the fact is we're flying home. We're flying home.
Still distraught. Feeling awful.
You're sitting right behind me on that Southwest.
You would have been in my lap if you would have leaned back.
The Southwest flight. I'm in the middle seat. I'm already angry. Luckily, it's only 50 minutes. I heard somebody. We both did. What did we hear?
What did you hear, Jeff?
I heard a whistling. Somebody was whistling the Mighty Mighty Boss
But you
Stones.
thought it was me.
I thought it was you. So
it wasn't me.
I couldn't turn all the way around because I was so crunched in there, and I thought you were playing a joke on me. No. It was not you. Twice. We heard it twice.
So you heard it the first time, and I saw you kind of look over your shoulder and kind of smirk at me, and I'm like, what's Jeff doing?
Yeah.
And I heard something. I'm like, that kind of sounded like the Stones. I didn't think much of it. And then we're getting off the plane, and we heard it again. We get off the plane, and we're walking through the terminal, and you're like, hey, were you whistling the Boss Stones? I'm like, no. I was like, did you hear that too? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, I heard that too. It wasn't me. It was from somewhere back in the plane. Someone was whistling the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones on the plane.
I thought they were doing it to mock us, and I was really angry.
Do you think it was a UCR coach, player?
I think it was an angel. I think it was an angel on my shoulder.
Well, hopefully it's a good sign from the Lord above that we're going to beat Poly on Thursday.
Yes.
You know?
We're going to beat Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo. Slow. We're going to beat those slow guys.
So we lose basically at the buzzer, and we should have known it was going to end bad because
they played the Stones.
UC Davis band played the Stones. When the other team plays the Stones, it's not good. When we play the Stones, it's really good.
Yeah.
But they played it right when we started our broadcast. I looked at Jeff. I'm like, that's not good. They can't do that.
Yeah, and it was sad because a guy that was all of 2'6", TJ Shorts.
Yeah,
he was 5'9", goes all the way to the basket in under 6 seconds. That's impossible. He was running a dead sprint.
Oh, he was. And he grabbed the ball and ran with it.
He laid it up untouched, unscathed, and it was over.
Well, the breaking news of Tobin Kund as the Inland Sports Show Marines Recruiting Station Riverside Athlete of the Week is sweeping the Inland Empire. My phone is blowing up. Is your phone blowing up?
It is.
It's sweeping the IE already. We'll have to get that out on social media quickly.
I want to say this. Did you notice when you put that where they were playing today? You put it out there, right? Or somebody put it out where they were playing?
Yeah.
Aren't these kids in school? Because there was like 100 different retweets and texts. I said, why aren't these kids in class doing homework? All these poly kids were retweeting when they're playing. I think they ought to take their phones right out of their classrooms.
They're excited.
I don't care.
You would have done the same thing if you had a phone.
No.
No.
I was a studier.
A big Saved by the Bell Zach Morris phone. You would have done it.
No.
Yes, you would have.
There's no way. I would have gotten in trouble. My parents would have checked my phone bill. There's no way. I wasn't allowed to have a phone. My kid asked me for his phone the other day. I laughed,
right? Yeah.
There's no way he's getting a phone.
Sure did.
Dingo.
All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show. We're going to talk Cal Baptist basketball. And then LeBron James calling out some referees. We're calling out the Big West referees who are in the same hotel as us.
Yeah.
That's okay. We can do that. But LeBron James calling out the officials, I got a problem with that.
There's a reason for it,
There
too.
is?
Oh, yeah, I love it. I called it earlier.
You did?
I also called SC was going to win the Pac-12.
You did.
Yes, I did.
Before the season began.
Yes, I did.
We'll be right back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using, we do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car, whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Again, congratulations to Riverside Poly sharpshooting guard Tobin Kuhn. He is the Marines Riverside Recruiting Station Athlete of the Week. Had a big week getting Riverside Poly to the championship game in Division II-A. And we got some video up already on the channel right now. You can go check that out. We'll get something out on social media as well. But it's blowing up our phones, Jeff. It's sweeping the IE right now.
Sweeping the nation. The Kuhn family is sweeping the nation. Harold, Greg, they're all paying attention to the Inland Sports Show.
Now, it's a big week for Riverside basketball, and we're going to be talking about this all week long for Riverside High School hoops. We got 4 teams playing for championships. We got the Pac-West tournament at Cal Baptist University beginning on Thursday. The Lancers go in as the number 2 seed, so that means they're going to have Thursday off. They have a bye in the first round.
Oh, nice.
So they go automatically to the semifinals, and they will play the winner of Azusa Pacific and Chaminade Friday, 5 o'clock in the new event center on campus. Brand new arena at Cal Baptist, so they will play the winner of APU and Chaminade on Friday at 5 o'clock. Dixie State is your Pac-West regular season champion.
That's right.
It's all fine and dandy, but it matters who wins the conference tournament. That's where it's all about.
And then will they have to go up to Oregon to play in the regional?
Yeah,
right?
I guess Western Oregon will probably be the regional host.
That's weak.
Weak sauce.
That's weak sauce.
So that's your CBU update. We're going to be talking Lancer basketball throughout the week, getting you set for really a huge postseason tournament. We've seen softball host a postseason tournament. We saw baseball do it. So CBU hosting some big tournaments, and might as well get it while the getting's good because they're moving to Division I where things will get a little bit tougher. Although Cal Baptist is top notch, over the top, 100%.
Yep, last hurrah as a Division II power.
So LeBron James.
Hey, Lakers are winning 53-40 over the Hawks.
Are they?
Yep.
Yeah, will you keep tabs on that?
Yep.
I'm really interested in that one.
Yep. Yes, they're winning.
LeBron James, he's mad.
LeBron.
At all the officials and the referees, they're out to get him.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Are they out to get him, Jeff?
No, they're not.
They're not?
Nope.
LeBron versus the world.
LeBron versus the world. He's angling it because he goes to the basket every time. Every time he goes strong to the basket, he thinks he should be getting more calls. He's complaining that the shooters in the league, the Steph Currys, the Klay Thompsons, the Kevin Durant's, those guys are getting the brunt of the calls. He complained yesterday that he only went 4 times to the line. This is the worst, the lowest amount since his rookie year.
Didn't he say something? He exaggerated, said something like, "Oh, I drive to the basket like 200 times a game."
Yeah, 100 times a game,
and I only get 4 calls.
Yes, he did. And here's the funny thing.
Tell me something funny.
I think he's starting to see a little chinks in the armor of Cleveland.
They're not going to go far.
I told you, I think they're a pretty good team. I think with the
oh yeah, they're pretty good. But look at his supporting cast. Maybe outside of Kevin Love, I mean,
you got Jordan Clarkson. He's a serviceable guy, would you say?
Maybe off the bench. If he's one of your starters, you got problems.
Well, that's the problem is. That's the big problem. I told you this a couple weeks ago. I said, everybody's saying, oh, they're so great. They're great. They're much better. They're much better. I think
they lost to San Antonio last night, didn't they?
They lost to San Antonio.
Without Kawhi Leonard.
Without Kawhi.
Kawhi's coming back.
They also lost to the Wizards, 110-103.
Oh, wow. The Wizards are hot without John Wall. Did you see that?
Yes. They beat the Grizzlies in between, but they've lost 2 of 3. Here's what I think. I honestly think that teams are now able to scout. And I told you this. They were going to win a few games, but teams scout players. And I don't think he has enough around him to support and get to an NBA championship again.
I don't think so either.
I think Toronto's a lot better. I think Detroit's better. And I think Boston will be better.
But they're still so watered down. I can't see any of those teams hanging with Golden State or San Antonio, or, of course, Houston, who's the number 1 seed right now in the Western Conference.
Milwaukee is right there. Let's just talk about the Central Conference or the Central standings. Cleveland is just 1 game up on Indiana. Have we heard anything of Indiana this season?
I don't know who's on Indiana besides Ike Anigbogu out of Centennial High School. Other than that, I don't even know who's on the Pacers.
The Milwaukee Bucks are 3rd at 33-26.
They got Tony Snell, King High School.
They are only 2 games back, but they have the Greek Freak.
They do.
He's
a real freak.
Detroit is 7 games back. Detroit's probably out of the mix, and Chicago.
Blake Griffin.
So I do think, though, that the NBA does a very good job of scouting, and I think that teams now are able to scout versus Cleveland, and I just don't think they have enough to go. So I think LeBron is starting to inch his way out, going to complain a lot. If they don't win, if they don't go to
they're not going to win.
If they don't go to the conference finals, I think LeBron is good as gone. Now they're saying they're putting up billboards in different cities.
Oh, in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia put up 3 consecutive billboards that you drive.
Because they call Philadelphia big man Joel Embiid, they call him the process, right?
Yes.
What did that billboard say? It was like finish the process?
Finish the process. So,
so someone from Philadelphia put up billboards in Cleveland.
Yes.
In Cleveland as a message to LeBron James saying, come to Philadelphia. Finish the process.
And it's apparently the route he takes every day to the arena. So, pretty smart.
Oh, savvy.
Waste
the money?
But honestly, there's only a few places he can go. He can go to Philly. He wants to.
Philly's up and coming. They're young.
Yeah. He wants to go to the West Conference.
West is too tough. Stay out east, man. You got a clear path to the finals.
You come to the Lakers. You're going to get 2,
or
possibly
the Clippers.
3 superstars. He's never going to go to the Clippers.
Never. Clippers are in Los Angeles too.
He's going to get 2. Yeah, 2 balls. Yeah, they're going to have 2 balls next year.
The middle ball.
The middle ball.
Jello ball's the middle ball.
God, he's rotten. He's so rotten. God,
LeBron can rebound for him, actually.
Yeah, I honestly, I think if LeBron is starting to see the chinks, he's going to start making these excuses. And I just see that he's going to leave. He's not going to.
Who's on Cleveland? Like J.R. Smith?
They got Kevin Love, but he'll be a scapegoat. The second he gets better, they're going to blame Kevin Love for
he's not pulling his weight.
Yeah.
What, J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson?
Tristan Thompson he's with a Kardashian.
Yeah, they're having a baby, aren't they, or no?
He can wait.
I think they are.
That Kardashian can have a baby?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
the big
mean.
one.
That's just me. Yeah, she's big.
What did you call her?
I don't know.
You called
the Shack of Kardashian.
Oh, she's just got big, broad shoulders.
Yeah.
That broad's got some broad shoulders.
Yeah.
We're probably going to get yelled at. Somebody's going to call and say, stop talking about the Kardashians. I'm worried I'm going to end up in a...
We will. We don't want to talk about it. We'll stop right now.
I'm worried I'm going to get cement shoes, and I'm going to end up at the bottom of a river.
Yeah. Don't talk about...
No, I'm not. I'm done talking about the Kardashians.
And then you got the Wizards, and like John Wall's been out, and they've been playing better without him.
Yeah, I see Cleveland. I see the Eastern Conference just being a joke. I do see LeBron coming out west. I think he wants to at least have a shot to say he had a chance. If he does win in Los Angeles, he looks like a hero. If he doesn't, he still.
But he doesn't want to play in Kobe's shadow,
there's no shadow.
The shadow of his legacy.
Yeah, there's no shadow. LeBron, there's never a shadow. He's going to be the all-time leading scorer.
But he'll always be. If he came to the Lakers, he'd be compared to Kobe and what Kobe did and Kobe's stats.
Hey, that's fine as long as he gets us a championship. I don't care. I don't like LeBron right now, but if he became a Laker, I'd jump on a LeBron.
Is he a great player? Yeah, of course. I mean, he's taking a garbage Cleveland team and he's making them the third best team in the East right now.
Yes.
I mean, the Lakers.
Toronto, Boston, Cleveland, Washington.
The Lakers aren't good. You put LeBron on that team, and they're already probably top. I'd say maybe like 4 or 5 in the West.
Maybe. Top 5. Maybe.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Like around 5.
Yes.
Something like that. So he's that good.
He has a really bad beard, though, right now. Shave the beard. He looks 100, and he's got this.
He always looked old. Even in high school, he looked like an old man.
Because he is. He's 87 years old right now. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, we're going to touch on the NFL Combine and maybe even more LeBron James talk.
Kylie Fitz.
Is
he going to the...
He's going to the pros.
Yeah, baby.
We'll be right back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
You know, I started on cleanup just like you guys, but now...
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and help them reach their athletic potential, help them, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, in terms of speed, power, strength, agility.
Focus on the customer here.
My goodness.
that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
How you guys doing? Coach Ray here from Boost Training. We're here today at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's Boost Training tip, we're going to get football specific with the 40-yard dash dance. Come check it out. Okay, so first things first, we're going to establish Andrew's footing. All right, now, he has his left foot up in his 40 stance, so what we're going to do is he's going to take his left foot, his left toe, and he's going to bring it back to his right heel. All right, now he's going to take his right toe and bring it to his left heel. All right, next he's going to take that right foot, he's going to bring it about hip width. Now, depending on if you're a skill player, receiver, DB, or if you're a lineman, a bigger guy like Andrew is here, you may want to go a little bit wider, all right, because they usually have bigger thighs here. So he's going to go a little bit wider hip width. Now he's going to take that, he's going to bring it 4 to 6 inches. He's going to take his right hand, he's going to place it right behind the line. He's going to take his left hand and place it right above the line. All right, now he's going to dig his feet in, get his footing. We want to really load the hips, knees, and ankles here. And what we're looking for is a deep bend in the ankles and a nice angle with the shins here. We want to try to keep that shin nice, almost parallel to the floor. So what's going to happen, he's going to keep his nose to his knee. He's going to stay nice and low. When I say set, Andrew's going to bring that left arm higher than his hip. He's going to slightly elevate his hips, higher than his knees. Now, you never want to hold your 40 stance any longer than about 3 seconds. So it's going to be very quick, all right? Here we go. Set. Go. There you have it, 40-yard dash dance.
Sometimes adding passengers who weren't even there to pad the injury claims. If you think that accident was not really an accident at all, protect yourself. Call the police and take pictures of the damage, the people in the other vehicles, the license plate, licenses, and registration. Tell your insurance company that this could have been a staged accident. And whenever you suspect fraud, call us at 1-800-TEL-NICB. That's 1-800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Doesn't it look like I am ready? I am always ready. I have been ready since first call. I am ready. Roll.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We got a couple minutes here. Shout out to all those high school baseball teams that open up their season on Saturday. A special shout out to the original skipper, Steve Madrill, former Arlington and UC Riverside baseball star. He's a huge fan of the show. King opened up on Saturday against Survey. I have to look up their score. We were so busy in Davis eating cheeseburgers and watching basketball and all those rom-coms. I kind of lost track of everything. But high school baseball is here. In fact, one of the great baseball names, Jeff, Coco Crisp. Remember Coco Crisp?
Oh, that's a great cereal.
He was actually pretty good.
Oh, you mean the player?
Oh, the baseball player.
I thought you were talking about
baseball
Cookie Crisp.
player.
Yeah, that's pretty good player.
He was pretty good. He's now the head coach at Shadow Hills in Indio. But our Redlands East Valley Wildcats, it has just gone final. Breaking news, Rev beats Coco Crisp and his Shadow Hills team 13-1. Beat down by the Wildcats.
He was a Red Sox, right? He was a Red Sox guy.
A's, Red Sox.
Oh, yeah, because I hate him. He's a Red Sox guy.
Indians? I think he was with the Indians, too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't like those guys either.
He was pretty good.
Yeah. He's a jerk. Torrey Hunter. I love Torrey Hunter, though. But I don't like. Good. Yeah, I didn't like when he was with the Red Sox. I hate those guys.
You do?
Yeah, I do. No, I'm not a Yankee fan. I'm an Angel fan. I'm a Dodger fan of the National League, I guess.
Los Halos.
I'm not a big Dodger fan, but I want him to do well, I guess. Austin Barnes, studly. He's got a tennis elbow issue or something.
Elbow.
He's got something going on.
Yeah, he does have something going on, but he can still mash. He can
Yes,
still
he
hit.
can.
He's just not playing a lot at catcher. So the NFL Combine has started in Indianapolis.
It has?
We've got a couple local guys that you want to keep an eye on because these guys have NFL written all over them. They've kind of taken a long path to get there. Each of them.
Oh, yeah.
Kylie Fitz. One of our favorites, right?
He's played everywhere.
Kylie Fitz.
He's played in every college in America, hasn't he?
So, out of Redlands, East Valley, he committed to USC.
Yes.
He signed with UCLA.
Yes.
He went there, I think it was one season.
Yes.
And then he transferred to Utah.
Yes.
And then he had some injuries.
Yes.
But now he's finally ready to go to the NFL.
Kylie Fitz.
Your boy.
Yes, I like Kylie Fitz.
Actually, he's one of our favorites. Remember,
Yes.
he called us when he got back to Southern California, finished up with the Utah Utes.
Yep.
But he was invited to the NFL Combine, so you can look for Kylie Fitz. We have two local Inland Empire guys there. The other one being Marcus Baugh, the tight end out of The Ohio State University.
I saw him.
Jeff, you saw him. You guys are like BFFs.
Yes. I saw him at the big house. I'm the only, there's actually like 14 other people from Riverside that were there, but I was the only cool guy that was in the big house.
You were the only cool guy?
I was the only cool guy. I was there with UC Riverside. I'm much cooler than all those guys. Everybody knows
there
that.
was one cool guy in the whole place. It was
113,000 people and me.
Jeff. and then Jeff.
And I got to see Ohio State beat Michigan. And it was pretty cool to see Marcus Baugh of John W. North catch a touchdown in that game. And it made me cry.
He had some off-the-field issues.
He did.
But he's finally got stuff going in the right direction, invited to the Combine. And I still remember when he selected Ohio State, he went there because they have a long track record of developing tight ends. They really use the tight end in the offense, and obviously it paid off because now he's parlayed that into a potential NFL career. Being invited to the NFL Combine is a big deal, just to get the invite there, because obviously you're on a lot of teams' radars, and a lot of teams, they want to go to Indianapolis and they want to see you work out. What do you think of the Combine, Jeff, when they put you in those spandex and they have you run around and jump and see how strong you are and all those deals? They give you the Wonderlic test, see how smart you are.
Yeah, the Wonderlic test. That's the only thing I think about. No, I think it's good. I think the Combine is great for linemen. I don't know if you can pretty much gauge. Running backs now in the NFL, I think are hit and miss. You can still get a good running back in the fourth round. But I think the biggest thing is the quarterback. Quarterback has become so vital in this pass-first offense. But I think the Combine's good to see those guys. But even then, I kind of gauge that being silly.
But some of the quarterbacks don't even like to throw at the Combine. They're like, oh, I'll come run the 40 for you, and I'll lift some weights, but I'm not going to throw for you. Well, it's like, I'm going to draft you because I want to see you throw.
Yeah, I mean, but
that's the whole point.
I think for, like defensive backs, linebackers, and linemen, I think it's great. I mean, you can really kind of see the size of these guys. You can see their skill level, their athleticism. But, I just don't know. I don't know if it does much anymore, other than maybe if you're a general manager, you're going to spend, millions of dollars on a guy. You get to know everything about him. They do everything.
They have their whole college careers to look at their tape. You know what I mean? They can go back and look at all those in real game situation, right,
Yeah.
with pads on against someone who, if you're a quarterback, someone's trying to, chase you down and sack you, and they've got all that tape to look at. And they have their pro days, too. Like, they'll go to the individual schools for the pro days. They got all that stuff. I mean,
I really think it's, they sit down, they have psychologists.
It's kind of like a made-for-TV event now.
It is. It's silly. And they're going to bring it to California.
They are?
They're going to bring the Combine. They're going to bring the draft to California because they're bringing NFL offices are coming to Los Angeles when they're building that new mega stadium.
Ooh.
So why not? Why not use? They'll have the Combine here in LA. They'll have the draft here in LA. Right there in the offices of the NFL at their stadium.
Roger Goodell will be right there.
Hey, it's an NFL stadium that's going to be in Los Angeles, so why not?
So keep an eye on Kylie Fitz and Marcus Baugh. We're going to do the same. If they do anything awesome or weird or wacky, we'll bring it to you first as the NFL Combine is underway in Indianapolis.
I want to get their Wonderlic tests, and we'll talk about them.
Oh, we should. Let's find one.
Yes.
I bet you we could find one online. I'll give one to you, you give one to me, or we'll see
who's smarter.
We'll see who's smarter. Hey, Hey, this just in.
What?
From Saturday.
Oh, okay.
King lost a doubleheader in baseball against Servite.
They did?
Doubleheader. They lost 8-1 and 14-10. The skipper, Steve Madrill, trying to get the team back on the tracks. They're going to take on Foothill.
Come on,
at the Newport
Madrill.
Elks tournament coming up Wednesday.
Come
Let's
on,
do it, Madrill.
Madrill and Solis. What are you guys doing over there? They're going to have to, seriously, they're going to call somebody else up. You guys win.
Hey,
just win.
Speaking of Servite, the Clouds are pushing in, but we're scheduled to do a Servite versus Santiago baseball game tomorrow at Cal Baptist University. But the rain's coming in, Jeff.
It's not going to come in.
You're going to hold off the rain?
I'm going to go out and do a little dance.
All right, well, do what you got to do.
I'll do a rain dance.
Do what you got to do. That's going to be a big battle, Santiago and Servite.
I can't wait to see it. We're going to see it.
All right, we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We're going to wrap it up. That's almost 3 hours.
Wow.
Going strong.
Hey, we got an all-star game we can talk about, too.
We're going to talk all-star game, and UCR baseball back home after going up to take on the Washington Huskies. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
We're small, family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car, whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Ultimately control it.
This is fascinating. I can't wait to read it.
It's $14.99 on my website.
Okay.
Plus shipping and handling.
Even if I buy it here?
It's shipped from somewhere else, isn't it? And I've been handling it.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
It's a great time of the year. We got UCR baseball, if the rain will stay away, tomorrow at UNLV. The home opener for the Highlanders, 3 o'clock first pitch at the Plex. Plus All-Star season, Jeff.
All-Star game is going to be April 7th at RCC. We've added a girls game, the Inland Sports All-Star game, the best basketball All-Star game around.
Second to none, and we're so excited to team up with Riverside City College out there. Girls game followed by the boys game, the very best in the Inland Empire. It's going to be awesome. April 7th at RCC. It's brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. The rain is coming, so when you get your oil change at Spoil, get those new wiper blades as well. Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, providing all of your sporting gear needs. And Letterman's Jacket, and they'll even make it all fancy. If you like fancy stuff like Jeff, they'll bling it out nice and shiny and
I love
glittery.
Bedazzled.
Team sales as well. Get the whole team looking all swaggy, right?
Yes.
At Ken Sporting
like
Goods.
Swaggy P.
Boost Performance Training in Corona. Oh, my gosh. With Coach Ray Bass, check out the new strength and speed class. Very small class sizes, so you really get to soak in all the good knowledge from Coach Ray Bass. And that first one's always free. Just say Jeff Gorham at the door.
Yep.
And make sure you follow them on Twitter and Instagram. That's Boost Performance Training in Corona with the one and only Coach Ray Bass and his team. And Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road, where you can buy, trade, and finance. Visit CatalanoCars.com and make sure you check out the lot off of Temescal Canyon Road. That's Catalano Motors. All right, tomorrow, if the rain stays away, we're live at Cal Baptist for Santiago versus Servite. If it's raining, we'll be back in studio right here with another big, juicy show. Right, Jeff?
Yes, I love big, juicy shows and big, juicy cheeseburgers.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 o'clock on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Game's in the refrigerator. The door is closed. The lights out. The eggs are cool. The butter's getting hard, and the Jell-O is jiggling.
Inland Empire Sports.